back.
Woo! Back at it at
Can
the
you
Krispy
believe that?
Kreme.
Hi,
Where are we? Where are we,
Where are
everybody?
we? Oh my God.
Oh my God, we're
Guys,
back. Set the alarm.
We're back together again after a string of audio-only episodes. We're on a new set.
Minus Cat.
Hey.
R.I.P. Cat.
Minus
Hey.
Cat. Hey.
There we go.
Oh,
That's
The,
brother,
the
brother,
sensation
brotherhood.
of physical touch.
Look at it.
We're back. We can touch again.
Can you believe this shit? We're back together again. Almost. We're missing. We're missing Kat.
She was signed in to be here
She
up
was-
until like
Yeah.
5 minutes
She
ago.
sure was.
Yeah.
But hey, we got a new set. Well, it's almost a new
We
set.
have a new set,
We
and
have-
that we are
Empty.
in a new place.
We are in a new
with
place.
nothing that will actually be in the set
Yes.
here.
off
absolutely.
screen
At some point,
is a
this will be a new set.
giant pile of boxes of unopened
An
figurines.
Oh, yeah.
immense pile, about 30 plus
Like-
figurines.
Oh, yeah.
Like one
Oh,
of
yeah.
the stacks is almost as tall as me.
That's just Mike's stuff too.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, one of them is. I mean, hell, that Broly statue is almost as tall as you.
Jesus Christ.
in real life.
That's a really good Broly statue.
That is a good Broly statue.
So anyway, that stuff hopefully will be set up for next week's episode.
If we get our shit together.
Ideally, we don't know if the shelves will make it exactly on time, but we'll have an actual table other than these fold-out tables, and we'll have more than one camera for people using the YouTube because we're great at forethought and totally didn't set all of this up about 2 hours before we actually needed
Guys,
to
we're
record,
professionals out here.
and then realized
sure are.
we
We don't
didn't
want
have
the
all the
shade.
stuff. So yeah, we're only doing one camera setup for today because we wanted to get something recorded at the very least.
Mhm.
So you can see our beautiful faces yet again.
Yeah, just from slightly far away, and the lighting's not entirely there yet. So it'll be about as adequate as everything else we've filmed.
Very, very like middle of the road.
Yeah, very mid.
Um,
But hey, we have a lot of heart and charm.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes up for it.
We have our shorts that
we
do very
we do
well.
have our shorts that do better than the episodes themselves.
We have we average about what, like 20-ish views an episode. We're doing great.
Yeah.
Hey,
Look, man.
we hit 50 subscribers.
We did. That's pretty
Yeah.
huge. That's
cool.
pretty cool.
So there's that.
Yeah.
Little victories.
Little victory. We got the small victories.
Look,
and we love
it
them.
took me a while to make 49 accounts. Okay.
Yeah.
You had to do them in like over time so it didn't look suspicious.
Yeah. It's like one or two a month for
Yeah.
every 2 months.
Yeah. Also, if you hear any echo, we're gonna hopefully fix that by next week. Also, again, as you can tell, we didn't have, even though we took a long break, we did not have a lot of prep time. And also, I moved into this place, and like I was more preoccupied about actually getting the shit that I'm living in set up than my
You
podcast.
wanted a
pretty-
livable home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
Oh,
dare you?
over the podcast, Mike?
God damn
Come
it,
on.
Mike.
I don't think that's dedication to the grind.
Yeah.
The
you know how
YouTube
it is.
grind.
But yeah, so theoretically, this will be episode 39, and we're very close. We're getting closer and closer to a full year anniversary.
Woo!
Holy shit. Can
Yeah.
you believe that?
Next
whole
week
year?
would be 12 whole weeks left.
Wow. Can you believe we've been almost doing this for a whole year?
That's pretty sweet.
No,
pretty insane.
not really. It doesn't feel like that.
No,
Does it?
yeah, it feels like not that much.
Yeah, like I feel like it would feel like a lot more effort, and it's like it's fine. You know? Like,
you know what it is though? Like I don't like I always see when we upload the episodes and like I'll listen to them on Spotify like at work and stuff. But for some reason, like I know that the episode correlates with like the number of weeks. In my brain, it just doesn't feel like that much. Like time has passed, where I'm just like, oh, episode 33 just came out.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
yeah. Plus, I mean, I think that it definitely feels a little off because we did those audio episodes like
Yeah.
in a good
Oh
chunk.
yeah, because we did
Oh,
them
yeah.
like so.
Yeah. So they're also a bit like ahead in terms of like info because
true.
normally we're like bringing back the curtain that we already haven't brought back. We're usually about 5 weeks out from current events. We usually
5
film
to
and then the
4,
episode comes
right?
out 5 weeks after.
Yeah.
So yeah, so this one's gonna be about 5 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Yeah. And I don't know. I was like trying to think of interesting news that came out. Colin brought it up earlier. The EU's trying to ban.
Oh,
anime.
that was an old thing.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. It's an old thing now.
Whoa, wait a
Wait,
minute.
But
Can
like
I
it
tell-
happened
Thing.
between
Can
recording.
And
I
it
tell
didn't
you
succeed?
Guys funny old
No, they're not. No,
news?
they're trying to ban hentai.
They
Oh
haven't done
yes,
it
I
yet.
remember you sending that to
Yeah.
the group chat. That
Oh.
was
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah,
tell
but that's
you
the good
guys-
anime.
And then somebody hacked the stream and put
Hello?
And put
Tifa
Tifa on there.
Getting
Of
fucked.
course.
At the
Yeah.
Italian Senate.
Oh my
Represent,
God.
baby. Let's go.
Forza Italia.
Let's go, baby. Forza Italia. Woo! Anyway.
Awful.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Can I tell you guys some funny old K-pop news. Old in that like it happened 6 months ago, but in the terms of K-pop, that's like
So 6
10
6
years
months
ago?
and 5
That's-
weeks ago.
That's
It
that's
happened.
3 entire groups' careers.
honestly,
Gone.
that's
Come
not
and
even
gone.
a fucking joke. That's like 30 groups' careers right there. Like
Jesus.
I was
Six
thinking-
months?
debut and disband right there.
Three bands you care about.
Oh, that's true. Already disbanded.
Oh,
Probably.
she's right.
I mean, I think
Wait,
I
who did?
think G-Friend disbanded 6 months ago. At this point.
G friend?
Yeah, they fucking so they celebrated their like 6-year anniversary, and then all 6 of the girls withdrew from their company. No explanation, just left their company, and they were like, "Yeah, we're no longer a group."
I like to think that they hit 6 years and they're like, all right, cool, we're bye. I mean, we're done.
Yeah, that's it.
It was
6
like,
years, 6 girls. Hello?
Hello,
Conspiracy?
but it was
There we
so
go.
weird because
Travis-
they had
Travis
just
Scott?
Travis Scott?
come
Travis
off
Scott?
their
Wait, what?
most successful comeback.
Did a bunch of people die at their concert?
Hello?
Oh.
They sacrificed beforehand.
Boy, howdy.
Yeah, we gotta
anyway.
have
Pearl Jam's
Kanye yelling
related.
at Billie Eilish because she helped stayed a fan out during her concert.
Yeah, really.
But yeah, so there's this you guys know what survival shows are, like Making the Band type deal shows?
Yeah, Naked and Afraid.
No.
Yeah, I love Naked
My
and
brain went to
Afraid.
Survivor.
It's a great
no,
show.
like
Naked and
like
Afraid?
Yeah.
American Idol.
Sure.
Like that's a good.
Is that
uh,
considered a survival?
That's a
show?
survival
Yeah.
show?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you have to get voted for.
I thought
to
that was just
stay
like a
on.
competition show.
You get eliminated though.
Right, you get eliminated though.
I guess.
Oh, I
But
guess,
any,
is that
not
the genre?
survival.
It's
in
total drama
terms-
island rules, you know.
Yeah, because I thought you were talking about like Survivor and
No,
like Naked
not
and
like
Afraid.
physically surviving, like you're gonna die, but surviving
Bear
like
Grylls,
you get to
yeah.
stay on the competition.
Oh, I see. I
But
see,
there was
okay.
this Chinese like survival show for making a boy group,
Oh,
and it was like a Chinese version of Produce 101, and this guy from Russia just like randomly decided to join the show because he was fluent in Chinese, because he was also I think like a translator,
Okay.
and he was like, but the show is having like a really hard time casting, getting people to like go on board the show because of like COVID and other reasons and all this stuff. So they were just asking literally anybody to join the show. And he was like, yeah, whatever. Like, I'll try it.
whatever
Like, I don't.
schmuck wants to be on.
Yeah, like I don't really care. I'll go for it. He instantly got so fucking popular, and like people were like obsessed with him. And like 3 episodes in, he's like, "This was an exhausting experience. I would very much like to leave this program now. Please do not vote for me. I'm being serious." And he just kept moving up the ranks week after week.
What a good bit. What
And
a very
this
good bit.
poor man, every single week was just pleading, being like, "Do not vote for me. Like, let somebody else who truly wants this, like, be able to continue on. Like, I don't want to go on, right?" And but like at the same time, he was still working super hard to like not like fuck up the rest of his like team's performances and stuff.
Well, yeah, he's a good team player.
Yeah, no, he's a really good guy. But
Hates
at the,
being there, but putting in 110%.
yeah, he was putting in so much fucking effort, and he was like, "I'm so exhausted. I don't want this. Like, this is not what I thought it was going to be, right?" And so
Well, at least he's candid about it.
Oh
Jesus
my God.
Christ.
he literally made it to the final.
Oh my God.
Did he win?
Did he win?
No, so he
Oh.
made it to the final where they're like, "Okay, these are the 10 boys that are gonna make up this boy group," and he came in, I think, like 11th or 12th, and he was like, "Oh, thank God."
I mean, couldn't you
Fucking
quit
God.
at that point?
I guess I don't know like how it works if you decide to like withdraw from the competition, if there's any kind of like
I was gonna say, I feel
repercussion.
like almost at that point, just like you go in first for the bit and then be like, all right, cool, bye.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
This man was just like, "I am so tired. I've never felt this level of exhaustion in my life." He's like, "I don't want to stay up till 3 a.m. learning a dance routine. Like, this isn't what I was expecting. Please let
That
me go
sounds
home."
Atrocious.
Yes, it is rough out there.
Staying up till 3 a.m. just playing video games on my couch eating nachos is like
You're
exhausting.
like, "Oh, what a hard life."
We're built. It's built different.
Honestly,
Yeah.
staying up till 11 o'clock last night playing Breath of the Wild, I was like, wow, I'm knackered
I'm
out
fucking
here.
tired.
Yeah.
I very rarely ever hit 3 o'clock anymore. I'm like, literally,
No, yeah, I start to fade out around like 11:30, 12 now. Yeah.
literally me and
Yeah.
Kieran were downstairs. We were watching The Ring,
Mm.
and then we were like, oh, we should watch like another movie. And I was we were like looking at movies, and I was like, oh, we should watch Scarface, because I'd never seen it. So we're like, oh yeah, let's do that. It's it's like it's 11 or it's 10:30, like it's fine. That movie's not that long, probably, or 11. Put it in, we start watching it, and we're watching it. And then at some point, like I went up to get a drink, so I paused it. I came back down and I was looking at the time and I was like, we're only 30 minutes into a 2-hour 50-minute movie.
Whew.
Never mind, we're not gonna finish this tonight. So we literally got an hour in, paused it, and was like, all right, we'll just come back to
Get
this.
the fuck outta
so,
here.
so you know how Titanic is like a long movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Titanic is 4 hours too long.
So one time,
Yo, Celine Dion though.
when I was maybe like 15, I wanted to watch TV, but at that point we only had one TV in our house,
Okay.
and my dad was watching Titanic.
Ugh.
I did not know how long Titanic was, and I was like, "Oh, how much further?" He's like, "Oh, the boat just started sinking." And I knew that the boat sinks in
Yeah, you're
Titanic.
like, "Oh,
so I
that
was like,
must be
"All
it."
right, I'll come back in
We're
like
almost
an
done
hour.
here.
We should be good
Yeah.
to go." I came
Boy,
back,
howdy.
and because it was playing on TV, there was also ad breaks.
Oh, God.
I came back like 3 hours later, and the boat is still fucking sinking. And I was like, I literally looked at my dad. I was like, "Did you pause this shit or something? Like, how is this still on?" He's like, "Titanic is like 5 hours long. What do you want from me?"
Yeah, my hot film take is that I think Titanic is dog shit. I don't like
That
that
is a
movie.
hot
I've-
take.
I've
I
never
don't like
seen
that
it.
movie
I
at
think
all.
Titanic is okay.
Yeah, I mean, like it's a good movie,
Not for
but
me.
like it's fine. I will say for the longest time, you know how as a kid you have really dumb ideas of how things work.
Uh-huh.
I've definitely
Yeah.
told this to you
I
guys.
still
before.
have dumb ideas of
Yeah,
how
yeah.
things
Same.
work.
But like you know, I knew someone that was like, oh yeah, for a while I thought TV was like there were just little people in the TV like doing the shit, and
Yeah,
I was
wasn't
like,
that dumb.
there's so, but I knew someone like that.
Yeah.
So for a while,
Wasn't that
'cause
fucking
I-
stupid?
when I saw Titanic for the first time, I was like really young, and so what I thought sex was just putting your hand on a fucking mirror.
On a steamy
Yeah,
car
like-
window.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Is this what sex is?
Just, oh, that was
Fucking
The
was that good for
intimacy.
you?
Let me tell
Was
you,
that-
I've had a lot of sex. If that's what sex is, let me tell you.
Oh my
by,
God.
by the way, I want you to know. So I was looking up how long Titanic is. It's 3 hours 14 minutes.
Ugh.
Wow, that's
Ugh.
a lot shorter than I thought it was.
And when I
honestly
started
thought it was 4
to
hours.
type it into Google, I thought I'm gonna have to put movie here so it doesn't just bring up. No, very first result is Titanic film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, how long did the Titanic take to
Yeah,
sink?
when the
Like
film
the
becomes more
IRL.
popular than the historical event, it's just like, oh boy,
Yeah.
here we go.
Because it's a fucking historical event.
It's like,
Yeah, plus you know,
Leo and
they did a
Kaywood,
bunch of,
baby.
like they figured out a bunch of shit for that movie too. Like they
James Cameron literally like took a submarine to the site.
yeah, and
Have
also
you
the
ever-
way
And was like-
the way they sunk it was basically the way they figured out how it actually happened.
Have
Like-
you ever seen the animated Titanic movie?
I didn't know
No.
that
the one,
existed.
the one with the dog and cat or whatever.
There's people in it.
Have you ever
Doesn't it
seen,
follow
uh,
animals though?
No. It's people.
You ever see Titanic 2?
Titanic,
Ti-
the legend
and
goes
there
on.
is an animated Titanic too as well. I think. I'm
I thought
almost
there was one that
What
followed
is
animals.
what is left to tell? What is
no,
left to say
so,
about
so,
the disaster?
So I'm pretty sure the animated Titanic is essentially like imagine Titanic the movie, but like 30 minutes, like speed run,
Uh-huh.
but no relevant information.
It's an hour and a half.
What, this animated movie?
Yeah, I'm looking at the
The
IMDb
entire
right
thing
now.
starts.
Oh,
the
and it
sinking.
looks like absolute
It's
garbage.
Yeah, it's from
Awesome.
2000.
Wait,
it,
can I
loo-
see
it
some
looks
screenshots?
yeah, it looks like if you took
Wait,
the
post-
Disney.
put in-
Yeah,
in
I'm
after,
gonna put
post it
up
here.
this.
Oh, it's
picture from the
Italian.
IMDb.
Oh.
Oh, it is
Italian.
awful.
Sorry, Italy, but this is a fucking miss.
Hold on, I'm
It
gonna
looks
do-
like you tried to take the Disney style, but you gave it like 30% of the budget.
You know, like those like off-brand like.
It's also 2 out of 10 rating on IMDb.
Bro, this
Nice.
is bad.
It-
You could watch the whole thing on YouTube.
For free?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, for free.
Oh, we should watch it.
An hour. It's a cool hour and
Yeah,
10
if
minutes.
we're gonna watch
We're-
it, we have to watch Power Pussy Rangers first.
Okay,
We
we're
still have to
gonna
watch
It's
Power
pussy
Pussy
time.
Rangers.
You
yeah,
know what we
it's
should
pussy
do?
time.
We should watch Power Pussy Rangers, and then we should watch this animated Titanic immediately after.
Dude, it's really
All
weird.
of
Every
us
time
have to
since
take notes during both, and then we'll do a review.
And the great thing is
wait.
now that
there
we're
was 2 porn DVDs in that.
there were.
There
go back.
But we only
What
cared
was-
about one of them.
what
So,
was-
but
what
what
was
if
the
we
second one?
sandwich them? It was like a live. It was like a live action.
Oh, what? We
Yeah, it
don't
was like a boring
We
thing.
don't want a live
Fuck
action
you.
one.
Well,
I'm
the
trying
Power
to
Pussy,
see the
Power
2D
Pussy
kids.
You know
Rangers.
what? While we're writing
Power
our
Pussy
reviews,
Rangers
we put it
live
on in
action?
the background as a palate cleanser.
Wasn't
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
wasn't Power Pussy
what
Rangers
power?
live
It's
action?
pussy time.
That might have been the live action one.
It was.
Wait,
live
so
action.
what was? So there was a
I
live
think
action.
There was
one
no
and then-
hentai one.
There was a hentai one.
Oh, I thought that
Was there?
I
Yes.
thought that was the
There's
first
Yeah,
I'm
one.
pretty
there's
sure
Power
Power
Pussy
Pussy
Rangers?
Rangers is a live action.
No,
There
it's the hentai.
I don't
Power
remember if
Pussy
it's
I
the
have
pa-
the
if
picture
it's
of the
hentai
DVD
or
on my
the
phone.
live
Was
action.
it?
Yeah, I took a picture of it because it's
Oh.
amazing.
I know we have. I can solve this when we go home. I'll take a picture.
Titanic. Mila.
Also, we
una
could just
storia.
Google Power Pussy Rangers.
We sure can.
Boy howdy.
You have
well,
Mike's computer right
but
there.
I'll-
maybe.
go for it,
oh,
whatever.
okay.
It's
Mike's like, I'm
computer,
not on
it's
my
fine.
parents' Wi-Fi anymore.
I live in my own house, damn it. We can put that shit on the main TV and blast it in my speakers.
Oh boy howdy! It's
I
on
want
adult.
you
It's on
to
Amazon.
That's what
and
being
then
an adult is,
open
right?
all your windows
Yeah.
at like
Power Pussy
1 in the
Rangers.
morning, and your neighbors will just hear like gratuitous sex noises and be like, "The fuck?"
There's a lot of Power Rangers. porn
7
here.
people are going to walk out the door later. They're going to be like,
Oh wow,
my
that is a lot.
Goodness gracious!
Beat
Wait,
the
what?
pussy.
Let me see.
What the fuck?
I'm
Let me
not
see.
shocked there's as much of this as there is.
just don't
And-
click on any link.
But
I
I
Just
swear
give
to
me a
God,
second.
to see it
it-
today.
there will
Can I
never be
see?
a better tagline to a movie than "It's Pussy Time."
It's
There will
pussy.
never be a better
Oh yeah, we
one.
found it.
Anthony, can I see?
What, the Power Pussy Rangers?
Yeah.
Of course you can see Power Pussy Rangers.
Incredible.
Oh my god,
Incredible.
that looks awful.
The back of the DVD is even worse.
Hold
Like,
on, I'm gonna look it up on my
I'm
phone
so-
so
I'm
That's
Mike
so
and I
completely
can see.
SFW. We can show this cover.
We sure can.
Yeah, this is my episode, so bam.
We sure can.
There it
Yeah,
is.
there it is. Power Pussy Rangers. It's
Power
Pussy
Which means
Pussy
Time.
next
Rangers,
week
it's
is your
pussy time.
episode.
Dude, it's really
Is it?
weird. Every time
You're back
somebody
to
says
editing
Power
again,
Pussy
you
Rangers.
bitch.
I'm surprised you're not giving me the first one.
No, this one's only one camera. I'll take this one.
Uh,
Also, it's in the
That's fair.
rotation.
That's
I'm just
fair.
going off the rotation.
Hey, take the easy one.
That
bud.
is not safe for work. You're lying to me.
What
No,
is-
I don't think this is the front.
Nope, neither of those are safe for work.
Hold on. One of these has.
I like how Cole's like, it's safe for work. Tits, ass, tits, ass.
No, the one that's on
No,
here.
the
is
one we're
safer.
looking.
What the fuck is that?
There's some black bars on the side.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
okay,
what
well,
I
was
just
saying, it's
noticed.
the
I
black
didn't.
bar.
I didn't
Wait,
realize that. We'll
is
use the
this
black
the
bar.
Hold on, the
front?
one that I have on my phone. Yeah.
That is not
Yeah,
safe
yeah,
for
yeah.
work.
Okay,
But
look-
that's not
If
the one
you,
we're
like,
looking at.
cover
No, look
up
at the
that
one we're-
part, that's not
The
so
one we're
bad.
looking at is
No,
this one.
You'll see when you look at what we're looking at because it's
Apparently
it just
it's black
covers
bar.
that. It's just black bar.
Yeah, it's just black
Oh.
bar.
I was like, I
It's a
wonder
sensor bar.
I wondered why this poster was in the shape of a
It
T.
has.
Yeah, see here.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm just looking at like the screenshots. Apparently, there's
Jesus Christ. When was
like
this made? This has to be like
see-through
early
glowing
2000s.
tentacles.
Oh boy.
I think that's the best way.
Wait
I
a
can
minute.
des-
There's
like,
tentacles in Power
apparently-
Pussy
Like
Rangers?
I like how you
energy.
lit up.
Of
You're like,
course.
whoa, tentacles?
No, because
Bro.
like, it's like of
That's-
course
Tentacles
there
are-
is.
It's a staple.
No,
It's
it's
a
a, it is
staple.
a
and also because it's
hallmark.
Power Rangers. Like
Like
Okay. If
half the Power Rangers enemies have tentacles. For
if
fuck's
you're gonna
sake.
do a Power Ranger type thing, you gotta have monster enemies.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Monster enemies and Monster Energy.
I kind of, you know,
This
what would be-
episode's sponsored by Monster Energy. It's pussy time.
Oh yeah.
You know what would be incredible if they had like the like 2D anime girls, right?
Yeah.
And then like superimpose the like 90s like monsters that they had on the TV show, just like
The one fucking Bryan Cranston played in Power Rangers.
He played a couple.
He played a couple.
I can't wait for like the one time that like, you know, somebody's like, ooh, what's this vaguely anime podcast? Maybe we'll sponsor them, and then they watch this episode and are like, never mind.
I don't know about that one.
no, we gotta get sponsored by like a VPN company.
We gotta
You know,
get sponsored by the
something
people who make Bible Black. We gotta.
Yeah.
That's what we gotta get
Bro,
sponsored
if
by.
we got sponsored by the people that made Bible Black, you better believe I would accept that.
I
fucking
would
sponsorship.
too.
dude.
100%. Yo, be
Wh-
like,
what
yo,
is
can you?
that? What is that studio? Milky?
No.
Milky!
Milky doesn't put out good shit. Don't you
Milky.
lie to me.
It's
Whoa.
not. Wait, who?
What's their name is Studio Milky?
Yeah.
Wait, hold
See,
on.
for a second, I thought he was like.
I thought he was doing
aghast.
it. Yeah, I thought he was doing a bit.
I knew he had to be doing some kind of bit because like I thought he was aghast at the fact that XYZ Studio did it, and I was like,
No,
do you,
no.
do you
First
know
of all,
Hentai Studios?
first
No,
of all,
I'm
Milky
just
does
done
nothing but
dumbfounded.
garbage.
Milky
They
does.
don't do only garbage.
No,
I'm
Milky does
astounded
only
by
garbage.
they have a studio named Milky.
I like
All of their
them.
shit looks like Clonod. Like,
okay, yes, their stuff
Oh,
looks
I don't like
bad
the
because
Clown
it's
art
like
style.
very
if I want to
dated.
watch something, I want it to look pretty.
I don't know how I feel about their eyes being like 95.
That's why Milky sucks. Milky's they do everything bad.
That
I
would
mean, like,
absolutely turn me off, dude.
to be fair, sometimes you go for a Milky. Sometimes.
Hello?
But like most of the time, if there's a better option than Milky, I'm going for the better
Do Studio
option.
Milky,
Wait,
the Studio
the
Milky
genre,
make you do
I just
Milkies?
looked
Is
up Bible Black just to see who the studio is, and the genre is drama horror.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, there sure
What?
is horror in that.
and drama.
Okay.
What is the horror?
I really hope this screen is not.
I don't know, all
visible right
the,
now,
you
'cause
know, the
I
rape
pulled up a
and
list
the
of all of
demon
Studio
rape.
Milky stuff. There's very specific advertisements next to it. We're gonna
I'm
share
Milky
those.
Studio.
They did not.
Milky.
into several adult anime adaptations.
Oh, well, then clearly this is the
I-
only good work Milky has ever done.
I was right. I was like,
Then
All
this
right.
is the only good thing Milky has ever put out.
Should I
it's-
start naming Milky titles here?
Yeah, name.
I mean, like, let me
Lo-
be
lo-
clear.
Hold on.
There are classics that are done by Milky, but they all look bad.
Oh yeah.
They've done classics, but they all look bad.
Please let me read.
Yeah,
Please.
go ahead.
Read them.
Please do.
All right, I'm gonna start. Dr. Shameless.
Nice.
Dr. Shameless.
The hills have size.
You have right there. The hills have thighs.
The
Are you
hill-
serious?
Oh, that's a.
Right,
You
please
have it
look at the
right
hills.
there.
Tell me it's wrong. Tell me it's wrong.
The hills have size. Oh, it's like big tits.
It's very yeah.
Oh, but still, like
a-
whatever.
Thighs weren't a thing yet.
I guess not.
Weren't
Anal
thighs always a
sanctuary.
thing?
Anal sanctuary.
A Bible Black.
Nice.
Wait. Is one of them Taboo Charming Mother?
Okay, so the names that they're ordered in are the Japanese names, and some of them have like
Oh,
pictures.
some
Yeah,
of
of
like
them
titles.
have
look,
English?
Milky has
Okay.
put out classics, but Bio Black is the best they've ever looked,
I believe that. I
and
believe
it's
that.
it's so old.
Oh no, I see it. Taboo Charming Mother actually looks like. I mean, from this one picture, I'm
things
seeing,
look like
it
Bible Black,
looks
it's
better
good.
than Bible Black.
Like,
I've
because
also
I'm
never seen
pretty
Bible
sure they
Black.
also did Kanojo, I think.
What's that one?
Kanajo.
I think, didn't they?
I'm looking.
I don't. What?
Kara no Shoujo.
No. There's also like, what is it? Tropical Resort, the one that you.
Wait,
you
this
Resort Boing.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck you.
No, no, no.
Wait, Milky
wait.
did that?
Wait, can you?
Oh, there was
spell
a
it out? I
second
don't know
page.
what-
There was a second page. I'm looking. Oh yeah, Kanajo.
Wait, no. I want to see what it is.
Oh.
I don't know the title.
It's the three sisters.
Looks like
The
lesbians.
pink hair. Then there's the yellow hair. That's like
Is there two of these?
Token
There's
Molly.
there's one right
And
next
then
to it
there's the
that's like
sister that has purple hair and big tits, and they work at like an ice cream shop.
What the fuck is
Mega Chew right next to it. Looks like the exact same
There's
characters
one
except
that
for
I
one.
know, which I don't know the name, but the guy has like 5 sisters,
Oh my fucking god.
and he goes and like
He's not related to them though.
fucks them, and then he fucks the mom.
I'm gonna scream.
I don't know hentai. I don't know. Why I did that.
That one,
Each of
the
the
top one.
girl.
They got hot for teacher though.
Oh no, I didn't see this. And each of the girls
song.
have different
Great
colored
song.
hair.
Great
Yeah,
song.
Resort Boing or whatever.
Resort Boing. Did,
Yeah,
they do
that-
that,
wait.
did Milky do that?
I have to assume.
I'm curious about this one that's called Deep Voice, and it's just a picture of a very small girl.
Oh, I don't like that one.
no.
Oh, I don't like that.
Look, there are certain
close
tags.
out of
There's certain tags you jump off of. And the lolly's one of them. But
Agreed.
there's the things like Kanojo, where the lolly's only in certain episodes. You just don't watch those ones.
You ignore it for
Yeah, yeah.
the rest of it. Yeah.
Exactly. And like, and if it's just a compilation of all of it, once that scene hits, you're like, all right, skip a bit. Nice.
You do that 15-second fast forward.
Yeah, and until the person's gone, and you're like, all right, rad.
Yes, you know, as us as recreational hentai watchers.
Wait,
are gonna
there's
be-
one that
We're doing
I
a
don't
little
know.
more lately.
I don't
Have
know.
you?
Do you know just because I was like, you know what, I never do this. Let's just a little more. But I'm not actually watching.
There
You
hentai.
are
is
a brave
one
man.
scene in my mind, and I don't know what the name of the hentai is, but it's one where it's like this girl and she's blonde and she has a pink hat on. She's got little like angel wings coming from her head. They're really
Please zoom
cute.
in on
She's
your
a
face.
devil. She's really cute. And then there's this like, she's in a warehouse and this giant beefed up muscle guy like walks in.
I'm out.
And then
Is he an ugly bastard?
no, he's
No, if
just
he's
kind of
muscled,
like
but-
huge. And then he's trying to fuck her, and she's like, "No, I don't want to." And he's like, "No, we're gonna." And then they do, and then she sucks his life force from his dick,
succubus,
and then
nice.
it's just like his shriveled up corpse, and then she flies away.
Can we
Did-
talk about
didn't I-
how
didn't
I
I
would
talk-
most
didn't I
definitely
say that was
die to
gonna-
a succubus?
Huh?
I would like, you know, if I ran into a real life succubus, just be like, yo, take me. I'm good. Let's go for it.
You
Yeah,
can
you're
kill me, it's
thirsty.
fine.
Yeah.
No, I would
didn't
too.
I,
I mean,
didn't,
like,
didn't,
it's
some-
like-
didn't one of you send me a picture the other day? Send into our group chat a picture the other day of a girl, and I was like, yeah, she's gonna suck my soul out of my
You
dick.
Yes.
did.
Was that you?
It was I sent
Suck
it
my
to
soul
you
out of
and
my
Sage
dick.
because I was
Yeah.
like, hey Sage,
Yeah.
remember when we talked about proportions? This
Right.
girl's
Yeah.
an anime proportion in real life.
Right.
And I was like, it's too much.
Yeah,
It's-
no,
it
was
doesn't
too
look
much.
good.
Yeah.
It was
there's
too
there's
much.
such thing as too much titty.
It's
but-
true.
But she was also like super goth and like looking up at the camera in a way that was like, oh, she's gonna
Wait,
fucking
in
murder me.
Vaguely
No,
Anime?
no, and I just sent it to them too.
Oh, okay.
I sent it to the degenerates, which is mostly Sage, but Colin
Mostly
sometimes.
Sage.
You agree with me on more things on that end than anything else, because Colin's like, oh yeah, I've dabbled, but you
Can
know.
I see
guess
this
that's
picture?
fair. Yeah, yeah.
Is this a real person?
Yeah, it's a real
Yeah.
person.
Hold on.
And
She's
I
cute,
thought you were
but
gonna-
like
I thought you were gonna bring up the quintessential like succubus hentai that's name is escaping me. It's a ducky something. It's like the red-haired girl, and she
And she
roundhouse
has that-
kicks the
wait,
dude in the
does she
beginning.
does she have that like latex, like almost like bikini kind of monokini type deal?
There's also that.
I know
but
what
not that
you're
much.
What is
talking
this? So
about?
what show is this? So I can never watch it?
What? The
Did
one
you-
I'm
So I
talking about? No,
don't-
the one I'm talking about. People like love. It's great.
Yeah, I
Oh,
never
here you
want to
go.
watch it. What's
I-
the name of it so I can avoid it?
Yeah. Hold on, I got you.
I'm just gonna search the latex suit succubus on your
Oh,
computer, see what
Really?
happens.
We all think this is too much titty?
You
Yes,
don't
100%.
Think so?
Nah, I hit this raw, dude. What are you talking?
No.
I feel like I'm gonna suffocate.
She's like my
That
big
one, the one
boobs.
with that
I'm
girl.
like, hello. What do you even fucking say to that?
It literally starts with her roundhouse kicking the main
Wait,
dude.
let me see.
Incredible.
Oh Jesus Christ. Okay.
No, it's just
Yeah, because my attempt did not work. Yeah,
It's-
no. I know
That
what you're
one.
talking about.
Anthony. You don't think this is too much?
Okay,
No.
I've seen like pictures of this
I
character
feel like
around.
this
I've-
poor
It's a classic.
girl, like
Oh no, her
But-
back is probably killing her.
I
Yeah.
feel like she must have some. She needs to have like some kind of extra support.
Like a harness. Or something.
Seriously,
I don't know.
it's
Isn't that
just
what a bra is?
It's a
not
Daki
really
Seke.
because
I got
like
this. What?
It's a Daki Seke.
even
Oh.
if they're like lifted up in a bra, when you're at that size, the weight is still so much and so far forward that your back will probably still hurt. It won't be as bad as if like gravity's pulling them directly down, but when you get to that large, that can't be pleasant.
Also,
So
like
what
when
you're
she's
saying-
like 60, those are gonna be at her fucking toes.
I was gonna say. So what you're saying is saggy titties save backs.
No,
Oh.
the opposite.
the
sounded so
smaller your titty,
disappointed.
the less back you have.
No.
No,
But
no,
if it,
what
no,
I'm saying
sag-
is
but
the
if it's sagging
bra-
down, then it's not as much like weight in one area. It's gonna
No,
get
no, no,
distributed.
what
No,
I'm
you're gonna
saying
be
is
like
because
keeled over.
it's still attached here.
the bra, what it's doing is lifting it, and then the weight is more like gravity isn't pulling all the weight directly down, so your back
You're
isn't
telling me
going
tits
quite.
have physics?
Yes.
What? No, anime has told me tits do not
Okay.
have physics.
Wait,
don't
can
you
tits
lie to
even
me.
dodge a bullet?
Yeah, dude. Titties don't have physics. Get out of here.
Okay, her titties could dodge a bullet.
physics.
Yeah, they could.
I
I
can't.
think-
I
I think
can't
they could.
wait for you to watch that show.
What?
For you to watch High School of the Dead.
Oh
Oh
God.
God, what?
I'm not gonna recommend it soon, but it's gonna be recommended.
Wait.
Bro,
I
you
wanna
made us watch
fucking watch
Prison
the
School,
show.
which is infinitely worse. At
Oh,
least the
Prison School
characters
was-
in,
Oh,
at least the characters in High School of the Dead are like likable.
Prison School was a fucking
hey,
ride.
there was like some likable characters in Prison School.
Yeah, the
Eh.
sister. That was it.
Shiho or whatever her name is.
Yeah, she was
Shiho.
the only
Shiho.
one that was like a redeemable person.
Yeah.
You didn't think oh fuck,
You didn't
the
think
one
the
with
big
the
guy
glasses?
with the tiny face was a redeemable
You
guy?
didn't think the
No.
one with the glasses
No.
was really, I loved him.
He was great.
No.
Oh, he
Oh, by the way, you gave that show a fucking 10 out of 10.
I sure
Yeah,
did.
you sure did.
Everyone else, Colin gave it a 9. You
What
and
did I give
Kat gave it a 7. I gave it a 6.
I gave it
And
a 10 out of 10.
You gave it a
I'm-
fucking 10 out of 10. You want to know how mad I was when I
I'm
was
gonna
going
s-
in
I'm
when I
gonna
was going in,
stand on that.
when I was
Like,
going into
I'm
the
not
fucking
changing my
Anime
mind.
Club graphics to change them from the last one to update them, and I was like, she gave motherfucking Spice and Wolf a 7 and is giving goddamn Prison School
Yeah,
a fucking
I-
She's
10.
right.
Yeah,
Like-
my friend has good fucking taste.
I had so much fun watching Prison School start to finish. Like, I understand like the complaints that people had, and I'm like, makes sense, I get it. But I just had like a smile on my face the whole time. I thought
It
that
really,
shit
it was really funny.
It was
I just
so
I hated
funny.
those main
Colin,
characters
I straight
so
up
much.
think that every single anime you've recommended has like a net positive
Oh, thank
of
you.
like everything you recommended.
no,
No, because
yeah.
you recommended what, Kaguya-sama, Prison School, and what else?
That was it. We're
well,
on second.
No, also
He also did. He also
welcome
did
to the NHK.
Yeah, before.
that
Oh,
was-
never mind.
Yeah, before we started. Yeah.
That's a good show. Fuck you.
No,
I,
it was
I
not.
still like Welcome to the. See, Colin and I, we just
No.
get each other.
Good taste.
Team.
Nope. 3 people disagree. That show is awful.
I think maybe I'm misremembering this, but I think Kat texted me on the side being like, "What do you think of it? Welcome to the NHK." And I'm like, I don't really care for it. She's like, "I know, right? It's fucking dog shit." And I'm like, "It is! Oh my god, yeah!"
Yeah, no. It's
a classic.
Fucking sucked.
I really
great.
liked Welcome to the NHK. I
No.
thought it was a really good story.
Yeah, but you have you. Anyway.
I
Well, you
like
think
that
I
kind of.
have
I
bad
like those
taste?
kinds of stories in anime.
I have excellent taste.
Anyway.
You gotta
Do
be able.
you?
You gotta be
Yeah.
able to appreciate a slower story,
No,
a
that's
more real story.
I've watched slow stories. That was just bad.
Yeah, Spice and Wolf was bad.
Yeah.
Special Wolves is pretty mid.
Yeah, mid is a good
It's pretty
word.
mid.
Mid is a good word.
That's fine. Whatever.
Mid is
Whatever.
mid
Fuck
AM.
you guys. I don't even give a shit.
Which, by the way, I'll remind people at the end of the episode. But Anthony's picks for Ghost in the Shell 1 and 2
Yes.
are our
Indeed.
next thing, which is next week. Which
Hey.
I definitely still have to watch.
I've seen those movies
Michael,
so many
you
fucking
haven't
times, it's,
seen
like, not even-
either of them yet.
Did we
That's
figure out where those are
really-
available?
I believe.
Are they available
shit, I
anywhere
have
without
no
having
idea.
to buy them
Give,
legally?
give me
I
1 second.
think Ghost in the
I
Shell
am
1's on HBO Max.
almost positive. At least at one point
You
they
brought
were.
up that you thought it was on YouTube.
At one point they were. Oh, now it's watch now for $1.99.
Okay.
Hold on. Ghost in the Shell
Um,
stream.
Um,
It's nowhere.
just one person look it up.
And if you want to watch the second
bud.
one,
Hey.
How's the new place?
it's $2.99.
It's good. It's
Like,
been moved in, did my little PC upgrades. Now I'm working on the other PC.
Oh yeah,
but,
how did that go? Did you get it did you just fucking shove it into your thing, or did you get a new case?
it did fit. It just like initially you had to like finagle it around to get it in, and then I was like, cool, it's in, and I was like, oh, it's blocking the Wi-Fi slot, and I don't have built-in Wi-Fi because I was looking at the box for the motherboard, which was actually your motherboard. And then I moved it over. I moved everything. It's actually really clean and nice now, so everything's working great. So that's awesome. And now I'm just putting I'm Frankensteining another computer.
Yeah, because we had all of the parts left over from my computer that I upgraded. Colin's old parts from his computer, and then you were buying a new case anyway, so we're using your old case.
Yeah.
And we're just Frankensteining a computer to use as our main computer for this recording.
Yeah.
So we don't have to use 3 laptops separately that are all very old.
Yeah, I just
Hey,
bought a.
my one's not that old.
Okay, Colin's 2 are very old and on their last legs.
I bought that laptop after I graduated college, and then about 1 week into owning it, I accidentally stepped on the screen, so the bottom left corner screen does not work anymore.
How did you step on a screen
Well,
when laptops open up like this?
no. So it was.
They are at a right angle.
No. It was closed.
Oh, if you could do it like
And
this.
I usually, what I do is I have my laptop. This is when I was living at my parents' house on
Okay.
my bed, and then when I go to sleep, I put it underneath the bed, but it wasn't all the way underneath. And then I got out of the bed, and then I stepped on it.
Way to go, champ.
You astound me sometimes.
Anyway.
Your feat of nature. Anyway.
And then I got this screen in it, and I tried to make it better, and then I made it worse.
By the way, how's that build going? Is it close?
Yeah, I got the power supply unit. It's nicer than mine. Now I'm upset. It's got RGB. Doesn't need it. And then I have a hard drive. I had an extra hard drive actually, so I'm just gonna use that. But I'm gonna swap it out for one in my PC right now.
Okay.
And then we just need Windows, which turns out anything knows how to get Windows much easier. So that's helpful.
Rad, because hopefully we're hoping that I looked it up. I'm pretty sure it works. But we're gonna find out with how some of the stuff in the computer is kind of old. The GPU is pretty old.
Yeah. It should just.
Do you have a CPU for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I have an
yeah.
extra
You're
CPU.
using. Is it my old one, or did you
No,
put
it's my
yours
old
in your?
one. No, it's
Okay,
my
I
old
was. I couldn't remember if you took mine or not.
No, I took yours. It's newer than
The
mine.
i5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine's an i5, but it's an
Oh,
older
never mind.
generation.
What?
I was gonna say I have an extra CPU if anybody needs it, but
Which-
you said
what
i5.
is it?
It's a Ryzen, so I can't. It's not compatible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully we can just record all 3 cameras into that, and then we won't have to use 3 laptops. Also, we're thinking about maybe starting to stream, or we might already have that setup going by the time this episode comes out. Who fucking knows? But we are in the middle of planning new stuff.
Woo!
Sure are. Some live
because-
action stuff too.
Yeah. So, hopefully we can start getting a little more content going out besides just these and then the shorts and clips of these. So, we're hopefully
Hey, you gotta
gonna
start somewhere.
Yeah, we're hopefully going to have some stuff, maybe stream a bit, watch Sage be awful at video games and get a bunch of content out of it.
I was watching Kat's stream of her playing Dead by Daylight with you guys, and that game looked very interesting. And I was like, "Ooh, I want to play that."
Did-
But I also don't have like. Do you play on a computer?
Yeah.
Well, you can also play on oh, you don't have a console either.
I have a PS5.
You might be able to play
You have a
with us.
PS5? Yeah, it's on PS5.
Yeah, where'd
Yeah.
you get a PS5? I've been looking
She's
for
had-
fucking ever.
She's had it for months.
God
Yeah,
damn
since
it.
like the summertime, because Mark walked into GameStop to get me a another controller for my Switch, and then when he walked in there, the guy was like, "Hey, you want a PS5 for $500?" And he was like, "I could buy a PS5 for $500."
damn it.
And he was like, "Here you go. Someone just brought it back because they didn't like it or something was wrong with it, but we cleaned it up. It works perfectly fine." And he walked out the door with it.
Fuck. All right, well.
Hello?
Anyway, but yeah, you might be able to crossplay with that. Either way, like if we could also just have you set up on one of our computers if we're streaming here.
Okay, I was
And
gonna say
then-
Yeah.
I have no technology.
Yeah, we can
Smarts?
figure it
I'll
out.
take care of
Yeah,
all
we
of it.
can figure it out.
I literally do live streams for my job.
Yeah.
So
And
So
I am a
will-
literal idiot. So,
Yeah,
So
we can figure it out. Also, did you
we're
guys-
a match made in heaven?
Did you guys see this
Woo!
the like clips of streamers yesterday with when Sadako came out from the ring? Did any of you see that?
No.
What?
Okay, all right. So there were clips going around on Twitter because when you're
Sonico with the,
the
headphones?
the main girl,
Sadako's the ghost in the ring.
from the
Oh,
ring,
I'm
the
sorry.
girl with the hair in her face that crawls out of the well.
They call her Samara in the English version, but her name in the original Japanese
Oh,
version
okay,
is
I didn't know
Sadako.
that, sorry.
Okay, so
I was confused.
so when you're on her like her villain killer screen, right? People were like upgrading her or whatever, and if you sit on the screen long enough, she's like all like crouched, and then she looks up, and then she jumps towards the screen
No
and like
fucking
flashes
thank you.
on and off.
No, thank you.
And
Ugh.
I saw that and everyone was just fucking freaking out, and it was hilarious. I was gonna send it to Kat, and then I was like, no, this could be good content for her stream. I'll leave it. And I told Kieran, he's like, no, you're just doing what's good for her. You're just giving her content. And I was like, yeah, exactly. I could ruin it, or she could get the content out of it. But yeah, we should definitely do some more Dead by Daylight, and then also, I don't know, we're gonna probably just variety some shit, and also make fun of Sage while she plays games horribly.
I feel like I'm getting better.
We're gonna put you
I
in like
got-
Call of Duty, and you're just gonna die.
I
all
got
the time.
really good at running and
Uh-huh.
looking at the same time.
That's an important step. to be fair.
That is a big step.
You know what? I'm getting pretty good at running and looking.
That hand-eye coordination.
She's got a host like 20 shrines in the 300 hours she's been playing.
Good work.
You're
I'm
doing
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 great.
doing
great,
excellent
champ.
work.
I do it, and I think I've got at least 15 out of 20 I did all by myself. I didn't need any help.
She literally got here and she was like, "Yeah, guys, I got 20 shrines. Anyway, Colin, I need you to do this one for me."
Yeah,
And
because
handed him
I
the
was
fucking
stuck
Switch.
on the one with the swings, and I've been stuck on it for a while because I couldn't figure out how to get onto the first swing without dying. And then I figured it out, and then I couldn't get onto the second swing without dying.
It was the same thing.
The exact same.
It was the exact same process.
No, because
It's amazing that it teaches you how to do one thing and then
No.
you got to do that thing again.
No, because for the first one, I finally got the timing right, so I was able to just jump on and jump off without doing anything. And then for the second one, I was trying to use the magnetic powers to pull it towards me, but then it would swing too far away, and I have really bad sense of timing. And I would try to jump on it, but I would jump too late and then just fall to my death.
So that sounds like not that you didn't know what to do, you just have awful timing.
Yes.
That's yeah. You just
Get
weren't-
better at it.
What you see, what you do, is you just keep banging your head against a wall over and
I'm-
over and
I'm
over and
really good
over and
at the
over and
shrines
over again
That are
until
like
you get
puzzles and don't have to do with
Do you guys
timing
remember
or
that?
fighting.
Do you guys remember that movie Run Fat Boy Run?
No.
it. Never saw
I
it.
remember
I'm
playing a
familiar with
Halo
what you're
game
talking about.
game type called Run Fat Boy Run.
There was a movie that Simon Pegg did like in 2010 called Run Fat Boy Run.
Uh-huh.
And there's a scene where it's like near the end of the movie where like he's really fat in the movie.
Yeah.
And he has to like run a marathon to like impress this girl. I think it's Thandie Newton.
Does
And
he
like
fucking die from the marathon?
yeah, honestly almost.
Dude,
Honestly?
if he like
Straight up.
if the
like,
end of the movie was just a bit that he made it maybe half a mile and just collapses.
Wait, he's not
hilarious.
even fat. I'm lost.
no, yeah, he's like so like he's no, in the movie he's got like a beer
you
gut.
don't see that? He's fucking fat
He's
as
got like a
shit.
beer gut, and like
But like he's not fat. I was expecting like a 400-pound man.
No, yeah.
It's really just
very
skinny,
nutty
stupid beauty
professor,
standards.
very
Yeah.
skinny ass Simon Pegg with a little cushion under his shirt in the gut area.
Yeah.
A little
Just-
cushion for the pushing.
Just
Yeah.
looking fucking.
So there's a
tame.
scene in the movie where he's running the marathon, right, and he's doing like really well. And then earlier in the movie, like some dude was like, "You're gonna hit a fucking wall."
You are
When-
at
yeah.
the 20-mile
He's
mark.
like, at the mile, a certain mile mark, you're gonna hit a fucking wall.
Yeah,
and what you
20
gotta do
miles
is you
in.
just gotta run through the fucking wall. So Simon Pegg's like, "Cha." So like he goes, and he's like, so he goes.
Cha.
He's like, "Cha." So he goes right, and he starts running this marathon, and he's like, he's doing really well. He's doing really well. Like people are passing him, he's passing people and shit. And then like he hits a literal wall. He's like, "Is this what it means?" He's like, "Is this what
Just,
you mean
like,
by the
run
wall?"
off course.
No, like it's in the middle of the road.
It's just like
Oh.
that's the
It's
actual.
in the middle.
bit.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
like
bit.
yeah, it's the bit. No, he like
It's
hits
like
a wall,
Roadrunner shit.
but it's like it's straight up in like the middle of the road, and he's like, "Is this real?" And then like the movie
He's
like
hallucinating
and yeah,
during
no,
the
like straight
marathon.
up, you find out that he's hallucinating the fucking wall, and then he's just been like running and then stopping, and running and stopping, trying to like break through the wall, and like this metaphorical wall that has manifested itself as a real wall, and then finally he's just like, whatever, and then he just runs through it, and he like breaks through this brick wall, and then he finishes the marathon, and then Thandie Newton's like, "You're not fat anymore, marry me," and he's like, "All right." And then
Have
they get
you-
married at the
Have
end.
you ever watched marathons?
Yeah.
So
I mean, my dad ran too
wow,
Sheesh.
I really
when he
wa-
turned 40 and 45.
I really want to run a marathon, but that's not related. But I was watching what was it? The one
If you
before-
sign up to do a marathon, I'll do it with you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
New York City Marathon?
Sure.
Wait a fucking minute.
I'm
Wait,
not gonna
no,
train for it, but I'll do
no,
it. 100%.
No, Michael. I have asked you to go running with me.
Yeah,
once,
yeah.
and you
There's a
said
difference.
You
There's
would
a
not
difference.
do more than 1 mile.
There's a difference
without puking.
because I'm not gonna train either way, but I will commit to running a marathon.
You're gonna fucking
If
die.
you sign all of that up for me, I'll do it.
You're gonna die.
I-
26
I might not
miles.
finish it, but I'll do it.
Okay, I've done.
That's a pussy answer.
I've done.
I mean, I'm gonna commit to try to do it all.
I've
You're
done
not gonna do
14
dick.
miles at my absolute most. That's the most I ever ran in one go.
I'm telling you, if you sign me up for it, I'll do it with you.
I did 14 miles in one go. That's the most I've ever done one time, right? Then, but stupidly, I decided the 14 miles is going to be on the beach barefoot.
You idiot.
Hello?
My feet hurt so bad.
Not your calves.
The next day, my calves have never been more tense in my life. If you run a
for you.
marathon, and I had no water, no sustenance, nothing. I was just.
What is wrong with you? Why did
when
you do this?
you know
Because I
when you
didn't-
say you're always right? This is an example of you being a dumbass.
I didn't mean to do the 14 miles. I just didn't know where I was going.
Anyway,
So
if,
I
So you
kept-
didn't
So you
stop?
ran 7 miles and you were like, oh
Well-
fuck, maybe I
well,
should
so
turn
what-
around.
What ended up happening was I was going on a run, and then I saw my brother coming back, and I said, "Oh, where'd you turn around?" And he named some place, and I was like, "Great." And then I kept running, and I was like, "Wait, I don't know where that is." So then I just kept going, and then I noticed on my watch it's been an hour and a half. I should probably turn around. So then I turned around, started running back, and then by the time I come back, my other brother is looking for me, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I've been looking for you." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "You've been gone for 3 hours." And I was like, "Huh, that's strange." So I told my mom where I ended up, and she's like, "That's literally 7 miles away there and back."
So you didn't see the place that your brother told you to go. So you decided
just-
you decided that it was 7 miles away.
No, he named the place, but I didn't actually know where the place was because I'd never been there before.
Right, and you assumed and so
So I just
by mile 4 if it wasn't there.
I just lost track of time because I had like a like those $10 digital watches from Walmart
Okay.
that like just tell you the time and can also act as a stopwatch.
Uh-huh.
So it wasn't like a Fitbit that told me how far I was running because I was like 15 at the time and I'm an idiot. So I just kept going.
look, if you do all of the work for me, I will run the marathon with you. I might not be with you the entire time because I'm shooting.
You'll be gone after a
outpace it.
mile.
You'll
I'll
be
do it.
dead.
Waste of
You know
time.
the
I'm telling you I'll do it.
The beginning of the New York City Marathon is directly uphill for a mile.
I'm telling you, if you sign me up for it, I'll be there and I'll do it.
Okay, great.
I'm not gonna keep pace with you.
No, absolutely
But I'll do it.
not. You won't.
I'll do
You know
it.
what? Just let him do it because I want to see him be a miserable little.
But if I do it,
I'll-
I'm gonna shove it in everyone's face.
I will say
If you drop
do
out
it,
that quick, no one's gonna.
the only thing.
No, I
That's
mean
not-
like if I actually finish it.
The only thing.
I'm not gonna out-
Oh, go ahead, do it. Yeah.
Just
yeah,
you know,
finish it.
I'm not gonna just be like, fuck this, I'm out. Like I'm gonna keep going until like I
can try your
literally
best.
can. Yeah, like I'm
I
gonna
would
go
say-
until I
would
physically
say,
can.
If you do it, here is what I think is the best advice. Because it's in November, wear layers. You will eventually get way too hot. And then drink water. They have so many water stations.
Also,
and
I'll just get a camel pack.
26 miles.
Yeah, I know.
I
know it's not gonna last.
Have
kind
you
of thing, but
ever actually ran with like what do you call them? Like
Camel pack?
with the camel
yeah.
pack, yeah.
It is the most infuriating.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, you're gonna have chapped shoulders.
No,
No, it's the
for
water
me,
sloshing.
the
that
the
too.
noise of the sloshing. Headphones does not cancel out the sloshing, and you're just like,
It's also extra weight.
yeah.
it's
It is
awful.
also extra
So
weight.
usually I decide to forego the backpack water thing, and I usually hold a water bottle.
No, fuck that.
But-
That would annoy me more.
No, because I figured out the perfect amount for a 10K is just a 20-ounce water bottle. It's not very big. You just hold it in your hand. It's the only thing in your hand because I keep my phone in like a little like fanny pack type deal thing. And you just hold that and you're good to go. You switch hands every once in a while. You're good. It's perfect. But I don't know how much water
But
you
no-
would need to run. What's a marathon?
26.4.
26 miles.
No, but what
26.4.
is that? 43
I have
kilometers?
no idea.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm an American. No idea.
I know 50 kilometers is considered an ultra marathon.
Hello, computer man.
Ultra marathon.
I know, I
yeah,
heard
it's
you
30
typing. I
miles.
was hoping that
an
when I
ultra
finished
marathon
that
is
sentence,
30
it was
miles.
gonna be there.
Which there's this-
42.195
Ooh,
kilometers.
I was close. What did I say? 43? I was close. But I saw this girl on YouTube who used to do Ironman competitions.
Fuck that.
And she was like, so I decided I wanted to run an ultra marathon today. I haven't trained to run in 5 years since doing Ironmans. Let's just see how it goes, right? So she had her boyfriend like follow her around in the car while she was doing this ultra marathon, and he would just like pass her off sandwiches as she's running because it's so much running
Right.
and just water. She got to the end of the ultra marathon and she was like, I physically can't move. But she did it.
Well, it's
She
like those
did it
people.
in like 5
It's like
hours.
those people that do those marathons in Death Valley where you have to run on the white lines, otherwise your shoes will melt.
Oh,
Like,
that sounds
yeah,
horrible.
but I will go till failure. But you have to do all of the setup because I will do none of it.
I would do a triathlon
No,
Oh
absolutely.
I
my
would do
god,
that.
I feel like a triathlon is so
no.
much harder
It is
than a
infinitely
marathon.
harder because that
because I hate running, but
Can
I
you
love
swim good
Yeah, I can
and
swim
bike
good.
good?
dude. So
I can bike good too.
My
yeah.
my uncle is insanely physically fit and one of the greatest swimmers I've ever seen. He literally was like, a triathlon was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Like,
Really?
I am-
he was training for it for years, and he was like the water, like swimming. He felt like he was like I felt.
Well,
like
how
I was
long
gonna
is it when
drown.
you swim? It's
A
like
mile?
It's
Mile, right?
it's 1.2 miles for swim.
And then it's a 30-kilometer bike ride?
It's
I have
swim,
90
bike,
kilometers
run.
here.
Huh?
I have 90
I thought it was
kilometers
run,
here.
swim, bike.
90-kilometer bike
it? I
ride?
thought swim was
Does
first.
the order matter?
Triathlon
Yes.
70.
I imagine it does, right?
I thought swim was
Huh?
first.
Yeah, it's swim, bike, then
Oh,
run.
tri-
I don't know. Well, from all the triathlons I've done in GTA
These are-
5, the swimming was always first.
But no, I like to think I'm a pretty good swimmer. I love swimming. I would absolutely never.
Did you know in triathlons, if you get lapped in the bike portion, like if you're in a competitive one, if you get lapped in the bike portion, you have to drop out of the competition because they know you can't come back from it, and it will become too dangerous for you to compete because you're probably gonna fucking die.
Yeah, you're probably gonna die. Yeah, straight up.
Like I was watching
believe it.
the Rio Olympics, the men and the women's triathlon, and this one girl from the States, I think she fell off her bike and she was trying to like still keep going, and then she just had to like call it quits on the bike portion. She was like halfway down on the bike, and I was like, wow, that's fucking tragic.
That sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
I have the distances here. It is 1.5K, which is 0.93 miles for swimming, 40K, which is 24.8 miles for a bike ride, and then 10K, which is
Just 6
6.2
miles.
miles for a run.
Yeah, fuck that. I wouldn't do that.
And they do. I was watching the Olympics and they're talking about like, oh, they're getting off the bike now, so in about 30 minutes we should see the end of this race. I was like, you're gonna do a 10K in 30 minutes after just doing a 40-kilometer
Yeah, dude, those
fucking
people are
bike
ins-
ride?
Those people are crazy.
Yeah,
I did.
That's
I
what you're
did,
training for.
it's insane.
I did bike the Burrows. I don't remember how many miles that is. But that's you just bike the entire
Like
all
outskirt,
yeah
the
all the
perimeter?
boroughs, including like Seattle, including
Island?
Staten Island. Like you go over that bridge is the fucking worst because the
what is it, the Verrazano?
yeah, because it's the last bridge and it's just a fucking giant ass hill.
Yeah.
It's the worst. My dad's bike threw a chain because I was doing it with him, and I was like, Dad, if I stop, I'm not getting back on this bike. So I left him because I was like, if I stop, I'm not gonna be able to
I'm
get
going
back
to
on
die.
it. Yeah, because it was on the bridge, and I was like, because then I'll walk the rest, and I didn't want to do that. Like I didn't want to walk the rest of the thing, so I was like, I left him. I was like, I'm gonna keep going.
It is a 40-mile ride.
I did that with no training.
You're a psychopath.
I did another bike race that was not as long as that one, but without training too. So like,
But I'm also I'm like
also no gears. I did it on a BMX bike.
I am such a comically weak swimmer. If I swim like more than like a couple of paces, I'm gonna drown.
Yeah, I did one of them with a BMX bike that didn't have chains.
What's BMX like?
Like
tricks?
it didn't have gears.
Tricks.
Yeah, like it's a gearless bike.
So what do the gears do?
There is no gears.
No, I mean.
Oh,
so
gears
ride a
change
bike?
like
yeah,
the-
yeah. So like you're
how
going
fast
uphill, you
go
make
or-
it easier for yourself. And
Yeah.
stuff. Like you're literally, if you're doing races and bikes, you use gears because it's what you're supposed to do. It's so you can build more speed and momentum and like make it easier and harder for yourself. And you're supposed to do that. I didn't have gears on
I
that
don't
bike.
bike. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. So I made it infinitely harder for myself because up mountains you're supposed to do it so that you pedal more, but it's easier to pedal.
Right.
But you're still keeping the pace. And downhill you put it on a higher gear, which makes it harder to push, but you're getting more speed because you're going down.
That makes sense.
Instead,
right, 'cause
I
you're
just
not
had-
supposed to stop
Right.
pedaling, right?
So instead, I had 0 gears, and I was just doing it at a regular.
At one,
yeah,
like,
it's
consistent.
Yeah, it's absurdly stupid. And then one of them I had gears, and I didn't actually
Are
know how to
BMX
use gears
bikes,
at that
like,
time.
More beefy.
They just have nothing.
Oh,
There's just nothing on them.
because they're not meant to
Right.
like.
They're just
go.
meant. Yeah. And then I did have a gear bike for the second one, which I think was the Burrows, but I didn't use it. I didn't use any of the gears, so I basically did
So
the
what
same
was
thing.
the point of having them?
Because
For the look?
Yeah, sure. Because
Aesthetic?
when I was doing it at the time, I didn't understand how gears worked. So I was like, fuck it, whatever. And so I did the exact same
You
thing.
don't
So this time I
bother to
looked
ask?
more professional.
You don't want to be like, hey, quickly tell me, what do these do on this bike?
No.
Jesus Christ.
So I did 40 miles with no gears, and I think the other one was like 26 with the no gears, and that was with the BMX bike. So
That's like
I can
that's
do a
like-
run probably.
That's like running a mud trail with no spikes for 5 miles straight. That sounds hard.
Right. That's why I'm like, I feel like I'm stubborn enough that even if I have to walk some of that marathon, I'll probably have to walk a lot of that marathon, but I'll fucking do it.
I just don't understand why you wouldn't want to train just a little
Because
bit.
that means that I know myself, and I'm not gonna wake up and or do it at night to fucking train for that. I'm just gonna be like, fuck it, whatever. I'm gonna get there and I'll be like, all right, cool, let's go, and I'm just gonna briskly jog.
I
for
don't
a
know.
lot of it.
I just have this image of in my mind of like, it's like marathon morning, right? Mike and I were high.
Carbo
ready.
loaded, just ate a fuck ton of pasta the night before.
But at the same time, it's like one of the few occasions Mike decides he wants to drink, and he just wakes up super hungover, and he's like, "All right, let's run this 26 miles."
So fun fact, my dad, when he did his second marathon at 45, he went with 3 people. They one of them was like, he'd been training like the entire time, and he was super fit, and he went out and drank the night before. He ran the entire thing hungover as a motherfucker.
Oh my god, it sounds awful.
Did he throw up? Because I would have thrown
Oh
up.
yeah. When he got to the end, my dad was trying to find him, and he was laid down in a field, like just fucking dying.
How
Insane.
do people stop getting their nipples to bleed? You never saw that?
Oh, you tape
or
them.
chafing
lotion
it.
or tape them.
Oh,
or-
tape 'em down.
Bandages over them.
Pasties.
yeah.
Yeah, pasties. There's runners, nipple guards.
I can't tell if you're joking.
No, we're not.
I'm not.
I mean, you could like band-aids. You could do whatever.
Oh, so
They just tape those bitches
so
down.
Or you just wear like one of like a really tight shirt. Some people just wear like
Oh, I
like
thought you
form-
wanted
Like the
it to
Under
be
Armour.
less tight.
yeah, like Under
Tight.
Armour shirts and
No,
stuff.
you want it to be tight.
Oh, so it's not creating the friction.
I don't know how you would run a marathon. Like you complain about your boobs bouncing around all the time.
No, No, you just wear a sports bra and you're good to go.
Yeah, but you said that those barely help you.
No. The trick is you buy a sports bra that's a size too small. So really, I should wear a large, but I buy a medium, so they're really down.
Why don't you just get, like, a
so
binder?
You compromise your breathing while you do it.
It's fine.
So they're really down.
It's better than like being in.
What are you wearing? I'm wearing an extra small.
Fucking Victorian corset, like
Yeah.
just fucking hanging
No,
out.
because the problem is like if you run for a certain like usually if I wear one like a correct size one in the beginning of the run, I'll really feel it and it's actually quite painful.
Mm-hmm.
But then like I kind of like forget about it. But for the first mile or so, it's really unpleasant. But if I wear one that's slightly too small, you don't notice it at all.
Really?
Yeah, because they're basically like you want them to be like as pancakey and flat as possible, so they get like the least kind of movement and friction.
Yeah, that's why I have to wear a large.
Well,
Really compress them down.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because
It's
your
hard life.
fat tits are just hanging
Fat,
out all the
floppy
fucking
Flapping
time.
around.
Yeah.
They fucking smack me in the face sometimes. Get up out of bed too fast. Fucking slap myself.
Fucking knock myself out back in bed, dude. Could you imagine? Fucking waking up. Oh, I can't wait to start the. Just fucking
I
break your nose on your tit, dude.
I
What a
remember
stupid
in
bit.
high
So
school.
good.
In high school for gym one time. I don't know why, but it was a day that for some reason I was wearing a strapless bra.
Uh oh.
And it was a day that I had gym, which I was woefully unprepared for. So it was just me and this strapless bra and my gym clothes. And I was thinking maybe I'll look out and we won't have to do anything that's like too much. Absolutely not. They were like, all right, go warm up, do a mile. And I was like, I'm going to fucking die.
Was that even on later?
No, I kept having to do this. Like, you just.
Okay, so
About
I always
once
thought that
every
those were like the most annoying, like girls that wear like swimsuits without the straps. And you know, anytime they like come out of the water, they have to like. I was like,
Right.
it just feels immensely inconvenient.
But it's so you can look cute. It's not meant for convenience. If we wanted like a swimsuit to truly be convenient, every girl would just wear a sports bra to swim in. Because even if you wear like a triangle bikini, or I don't know why this is a thing right now, or at least last year was like this trend of like these. Imagine like a sports bra, but teeny tiny and not supportive at all. That was like a trend, right? Unless you have small boobs, it looks awful. If you have small boobs, it looks great on you. Big boobs, terrible because it just.
What was that trend that was like you flip the bra upside down and do it like the under part was like up here, and they were like tied around backwards. I never like it was people that would like take the
What?
yeah, it was like they took the bikini and like flipped it up like upside down.
Like
They
a
did
triangle bikini?
yeah, and I didn't understand what
Oh,
the fuck the point was.
Okay, so when you do that, because, okay, so the bottom part is where it's ruched, right? Like where
Right.
it comes out.
Is that what that's called?
Ruching?
Huh.
Yeah, it's like when the fabric
know
is
that.
gathered.
All right, learn something new every day.
Sure do.
And then the top part is, you know, like the clean seams.
Right.
So when you do it flip, you have the ruching right here at the
Yeah,
boobs.
yeah, yeah.
So then it's like this nice, like, kind of like keyhole moment at the boobs. And then, because it's the triangle's now going like this way.
Yeah, 'cause they were,
you
like,
get some,
angled in
you
that
get like
way.
a little bit like under boob action.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So like somebody was just like in their room one day, right, and was just like,
Every
what
girl.
if I just do this like
every,
upside down?
Every girl, I'm convinced, has tried that at least once before it was a trend.
And then somebody did it and was
Because
made it a
I
trend.
think this is another trend that I think looks great if you have small boobs or if you have fake boobs. Incredible. Looks great. If you have big boobs, not so much, because triangle bikinis on big boobs, it is a tough world out there. They do not make the triangles big enough.
Is that where you like you get the outsides like?
Yeah,
out?
yeah. Because it's weird. They make them like you'll have like small, medium, large, extra large. The only thing that gets bigger is the fucking string. You just get more string.
So it's like it always covers the nipple, but it's just less and less of the boob.
It's.
Which
I-
at that point, it's just like,
What is the like?
Yeah.
Why?
What's the fucking
why,
point?
Why do
Like-
you do this? You can't give me. You can't tell me that like. Okay, let's say like this would be a small, right?
yeah.
And then like the large would be about this big.
Ay,
Like they're gonna go like half an inch
it's
out.
negligible difference.
It's such a waste of time. But
Yeah.
then they give you like string long enough to go around this table. it's so stupid. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's how you solve the problem. Like they want the boobs showing. They just don't want it. They need it long enough to get around.
I
them.
just it's always been a thing that like I never understood because I really like triangle bikinis. I think they're really cute. I think they look great. Like I like how they look for tan lines because it's so like small and stuff.
Yeah, yours looked really great on Justin.
Yes, he looked fabulous.
Yeah.
But I just wish they were like better thought out with the size of the triangles. Because you can't tell me it's extra large and it's going to cover 1/4 of a boob. It's not. It's like totally not worth my time.
It's just
To get
all
it outta
side.
here.
Every
It's
time
all side boob.
somebody talks to me about like women's clothing, it's just constantly like, this is the most obtuse way of going about making an item that you want people to buy I've ever heard.
Okay, you want to hear obtuse? I bought pants the other day,
Oh,
like
God.
jeans.
Yeah.
They had number sizing and like waist measurement, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which I thought was weird because usually with women's pants it's either the waist measurement or an arbitrary number size. Now, tell me how this makes sense. An 8 is 29 inches waist, right? A 10 is 30-inch waist. But then if you go down to a 6, it's a 27-inch waist.
So it goes by 1 and then down by 2.
What sense does that make? And then if you go to, I think it was a 12, it was a 32-inch waist.
This girl I knew in college just shops exclusively in the men's section. She was like, I just got so fed up with it. I was like, fuck it. I'll just find men's shit that fits me well.
That's why if I don't have to buy pants, I won't.
Well, because I know, like,
Once you find the pair of pants that you know fit you lengthwise
Yeah.
and like butt-wise and hip-wise.
well, yeah, so I was going to say the amount of
You
girls that I
don't-
know that were like, they'll
Straight
fit me
from
on
the
my hip,
pants.
but they won't go over my ass. Or they'll go over my ass, but they won't fit my hips.
Yeah, like
It's like,
I used to have pants that were so loose at the waist, but actually fit my butt, and I was like, all right, we're just gonna have to wear 3 fucking belts to keep this shit up because I have no other choice.
The Nomura style. Yeah.
yeah,
like-
because it's like the amount of girls that I've talked to that have that, where they're just like, it's the most infuriating thing. You're like, you'll put a pair of pants on, you're like, oh, these look good. They're huge on your waist. And then like, you got to pull them up, and then they just don't go over your ass. And they're
Well,
like, fucking. And then they got to like shove them on to like get it to work. And it's like,
I think the best time in my life was when I was like 13, 14, and I had a very boyish body. I had no butt at all. It was just straight down. And I could just throw on any pants, no worries in the world. Any pants, bam, fit all the right places.
the girl I knew that wore all men's clothes, she made it work. Like I never thought she was ever wearing men's clothes. Like she found whatever the fuck worked, and she was
Yeah.
like, it was the solution to all her problems. She was like, it was the greatest thing ever. One day I was like, fuck this, I'm gonna go
Yeah,
see what the dudes wear. And
we-
then she was like, she was like, the jeans, so convenient,
It's weird
And you
because
get pockets.
and you get pockets.
the weird thing about men's pants is like you would think it's like more up and down, but strangely they give you guys a lot of room for the butt.
Yeah.
I don't know
Also,
why.
the
Men
number.
got cake too.
Yeah. Also,
Men
the
got
numbers. The numbers are actually what they mean.
Right.
You wear
they-
32
they-
32s. It's 32 fucking inches and
it
32
makes-
inches.
it's much more logical, which I don't understand why men's pants are so straightforward.
I think I mean, actually, I don't
but
think. I know
women's
for a
pants
fact.
are so arbitrary.
They make it arbitrary because it's like the same reason that like shoe sizes, even though an 8 is different to like a men's 8, it's
Right.
just like because if it's a smaller number, it makes you feel better. Is the logic?
No, because every brand, like let's say,
That's what fucking
Shit.
pisses me off.
no, literally like
That brands
when
use different numbers.
Not that brands use different numbers, is that brands' sizes are always different. Like I'm a 3430. 3430 at Aeropostale is different than a 3430 at Hollister or like PacSun
Yeah.
or like American Eagle. It's ridiculous.
I'm a 3230.
and I hate it.
I'm a 3232 in basically everything. I haven't had much of an issue for me personally.
No, like where was I
except for
shopping?
khakis. I own
I
a pair of
think
khakis
I
that are
was
just, like,
in
absurdly tight.
like a Macy's.
Yeah, khakis are usually
once.
tighter.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I was in a Macy's shopping for a dress to go to my friend's wedding, and I was pulling sizes because I didn't know, like, I don't usually shop at Macy's, so I didn't know like how their brand size things.
Uh-huh.
So I pulled things from, I shit you not, 6 to 12.
Okay.
Wow.
That's the range I pulled from, and there were certain brands where the 6 fit me perfect. Other brands, the 12 fit me perfect.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm like, this is such a huge difference. You can't tell me I can fit
That's
in
what
a
I'm
size 6
saying.
and a 12.
And that's
That-
what I'm saying.
There's
That's
no
what
logic.
that like I know that the logic. I mean the logic in terms of like the numbers not just being the fucking actual numbers is because the whole point is if it's a small number it makes you feel better. Like that's the point. But it's stupid.
Make it a standard then.
Just
Give
have
me a
it be the
small
fucking
number
numbers,
across the
dude.
board.
Like the fact that you get, like, as a guy you can just walk into the jeans section and be like 32
And
is just
men-
the exact number.
Men's,
Rad.
men's formal wear, you go up in there and you're like, hey, let me try on this suit jacket. Here are my measurements. They make it to your measurements. It's a fucking jacket.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, I love tailors.
Yeah, dude. It's great.
Tailors are cool.
I own
My
one
uncle
suit
was a
and it
tailor.
fits me perfectly. Really?
If you
Never been to a tailor.
Really?
You've never
I-
been to like a
Not
men's
even for like
warehouse and had
prom
them
or
do it?
anything?
I for prom was like the closest I got where they
I
just did my
rented.
measurements. I did, but I rented. I never had a tailor like tighten my things and like
Mhm.
make everything look good. I was wearing my suit the other day. I went to a wedding and I was like, okay, it's a little loose over here, a little over here, but overall looking good. I was like, I should get this tightened up. It look real.
I was gonna
fucking
say like
Yeah.
I feel like everyone should own at least one like tailored suit. Like just because I only own one suit and it's one that I like. Once I graduated, like I spent money to get like one suit that fits me really well.
I would agree with that because I feel like the three of us don't work in an industry where we really have to like dress up.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's
You know what I
really
mean?
only for weddings.
It's really only for weddings, right? Because like me personally, I'm of the belief where like I think you should have like one like straight up black suit and then one like colored one. Now obviously like that's not like financially,
yeah,
like,
I
doable,
have one
but
suit.
like
It's a
it's
dark
convenient.
gray.
You know what I mean?
And if I wanted to, I could swap out the vest for different colors. Because
Wait, so-
three-piece suits make everything more convenient. And if you think that's not true, you can take the jacket off later, and you still look fancy. And
With
that's
suit?
the
With
benefit.
with
sure
vest,
fucking do.
Oh no, vest
Wait.
is my favorite thing to wear.
The
I-
vest
I
is
love
the
vest.
best.
Oh, the vest
thing.
is great. I love the
Do
vest.
look
okay,
hot.
That's
okay.
cool.
From the female perspective, I think the best thing you can do is yes, a 3-piece suit. You take off the jacket, you leave the vest, you roll up the sleeves.
That's my
elbow,
go-to.
elbow, and you just
Yeah, because you wear the suit for like if you're
Ladies.
going if you're at a
Lady.
wedding,
Lady.
if you're at a wedding, you wear the suit jacket the entire ceremony. And then once it's like the after party, you take the fucking jacket off, you roll up the goddamn sleeves, and now you're not sweltering hot because there's 50 billion people in that
but
room.
you instantly look 10 times more attractive.
Yeah, it's
Sure
great,
do.
dude.
I don't know what
I'm just
it
gonna
is.
fucking hold it. It
about-
keeps coming off for some reason. I don't know why.
I
But
truly
anyway.
couldn't tell you what it is about specifically the rolled up sleeve where it's like 3/4 rolled up, to the elbow. There's just, I think, an inherent attractiveness where it's like, ooh, you
There's
like
a
this
confidence of the
forearm.
forearm.
It's
you know what I
dead
mean? Yeah.
forearm.
It's
Yeah,
the-
there's a confidence of the
And also,
forearm.
to be fair, as someone that I'm slightly biased because literally all of my shirts I own are already folded up to that, so I don't have to do it later. Every dress shirt and long sleeve shirt that I own, that's like a button up shirt, they're already folded up because I always do that anyway.
Right.
So then I was like, why don't? So I was like, fuck it. Every time I'd put a new one on, I would just fold it up, leave it there, and fucking flatten it. So
Yeah,
that it
I
would
mean,
be nice.
it's just way convenient.
Yeah, like I
'cause
wear,
it-
you
like,
guys see me wear my
The
jacket.
fucking
I wear
room
that thing.
itself, it
Right.
doesn't matter if it's the dead of winter or like the dog days of summer. It's always gonna be fucking sweltering in that dance floor
Yeah.
in that room. So like having your sleeves rolled up and all that shit looks great. It feels great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like it's always gonna be a win-win scenario when you roll up your sleeves like that.
Yeah, and the vest puts it all together.
And the vest puts it all together.
because it keeps you classy.
Exactly.
And you know
exactly.
what it is about the vest? It's because you know how like sometimes dress shirts they like get like kind of frumpy.
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
you push them in, but then
Right,
over the
but
night,
then
they
like in
they-
come off.
Seinfeld.
You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
get like a little frumpy. The vest just keeps get it.
It keeps
tight,
it all
get
straight.
right.
keeps the figure.
keeps it all straight.
keeps the figure.
Yeah.
You could still drop ass on the dance floor.
Yeah.
And you could still look
Bro,
great.
you know I am dropping
You
it like it's
know
hot.
this
You
fucking
know.
junk is supersonic booty clapping on that dance
I
floor, dude.
can't.
You know I am sitting at my table quietly.
Dude, if
drinking
we
my
ever go to
drink.
weddings together, we're gonna be the life of the party.
I
We're
would
gonna
say
fucking
we'd go to a
dance.
wedding together, but most of our friends that would be married aren't having like weddings that would involve us.
When
I guess that's
when
true,
my
yeah.
brother got married, it was my family at a table in the corner, and
Uh-huh.
the rest of the wedding party dancing on the floor,
Yeah, of course.
and then it was our family.
That
just
sounds
sitting. And
so
then-
right.
But so my brother and his wife had their own table, just the two of them, like in
Right.
the center of everything, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. As
As
yeah.
the weddings do.
And so his wife went to go dance, and he's just sitting there, like sipping his champagne, right? And his friends were trying to like pull him on.
He
to
didn't
the
go
dance floor.
dancing with his wife.
I mean, they did like their first dance and stuff
Okay.
like that.
I was like,
but he's not into like the getting rowdy type deal, So, because they were dancing to like club
yeah,
music,
like
I
look,
guess.
I hate dancing,
so
but like
he-
it's a wedding, you know.
So he's sitting there, right, just drinking his champagne, eating his food, watching his wife, and so his friends try to pull him out onto the dance floor. So he gets all the way there, kisses his wife, and then just beelines right back to the table.
Hero.
Hero, what a
Heroic
hero.
moment.
Yeah, but like I hate dancing. Like it's not like I don't like to. I don't know how to dance. I am absurdly white when it comes to the dance floor, dude. Like I don't know what I'm doing. Like
So-
it's the generic like.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
No.
Can't go wrong with that, dude.
like,
Classic.
Not the
Classic
shoulders.
move, dude.
it's the generic white shit, and then like,
Classic.
but like
you gotta put a little spice in it though. You gotta
Yeah,
do like
like-
the
yeah, but like so like you do that for a little bit for like the songs, the iconic songs and shit. But once the cha-cha slide comes, you leave because it's all the old people that go and do that. And
yeah,
you're
they're like,
I'm not
oh,
being part
it's a
of that."
dance we can
Uh,
do. And
but
it's
like-
all right, well,
But you do some shit. You hang out with the family or the people you care about, and then you're like, all right, cool. Now I'm just gonna go sit for a bit. And then like sometimes like because weddings are just the time where you're like, fuck it, whatever. I'll do it for a little bit.
plus
But,
if it's open bar, you're encouraged to dance more.
Yeah.
well, I don't drink, so
Oh well, that is true.
I'll get fucked.
So here's a question for everybody that'll probably fill up the rest of the time, if I'm being real. What's well, I mean, you can't really answer this because you already had your wedding, but what's everybody want to do for their wedding?
I
like,
want
what are
the
your like wedding
smallest-
plans?
like I want people there, like my immediate
Do a
people I
Zoom
give a
Yeah.
shit about.
yeah.
Do a Zoom wedding.
yeah, but like I mean, obviously, as the guy, I understand that like it's more the girl's day, but like I like to think whoever I'm marrying lets me have some thought on the process. But I honestly, I'd much rather just have like a small thing, save the money, and buy a house with that money.
Yeah.
Like that's always been my thing. Like why blow the bank on it when I could
Wait,
just
But would you
not.
would you at least get the girl like a big diamond?
I mean,
Like a good
yeah,
guy.
like I mean,
Put
it
most of
depends
the
on
money into the ring
Yeah,
in the house.
Isn't
like,
the big
Right.
diamond
Yeah, I
not
mean-
the
Fuck
style
the wedding.
anymore?
But like,
Like-
Huh?
what?
Isn't the big diamond not the style anymore? Isn't like more diamonds?
I
the
think
style?
as long as it's tasteful.
No.
I was told recently the style has
it depends
changed.
on the girl.
I personally believe the big diamond will always be in style, but yes, you're right that like more diamonds, because I think like you can have more diamonds, but you still want to have like one emphasis stone. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Something that like really catches and pops. But if you have like too many I saw Kylie Jenner just like on Instagram where she had like an emerald cushion cut bullshit like square diamond and then a pear shaped one, right? And they're both fucking massive. I'm like, they're competing for attention, you know? Like you want the small diamonds to complement the one big diamond, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The only time I've ever
It's the
contemplated-
ensemble.
Yeah, the only time I ever
Yes.
contemplated like anything like forethought of a wedding ring, it was only ever with one person, and it was not going to be a diamond as the centerpiece. So like, it all depends. But the like, I don't know. I always said I would rather get a small wedding and either use the money for like a bitchin' honeymoon, or just get a house, because those are much more important in my brain than like
That makes sense.
blowing the money on one night.
That makes sense.
And like I know some people aren't about that. The whole like some people are like that wedding is the most important thing. But
Yeah, you
like,
could be my parents and have 550 people at the wedding and don't talk to 499 of them.
yeah, like
550. I don't even know
Dude,
that many.
They
people.
don't have
my
they didn't have
sister-
500. They had like
No,
390.
my sister's wedding was 300 plus.
No fucking way.
Well, because
Italian
it was
families, man.
Italians and
Italian
Irish.
families.
It was
Yeah.
Italian and Irish.
They-
So
oh, boy,
you know how many people flew in
Oh,
from
yeah.
Ireland for that shit?
I know 5 people.
You didn't even have us at the wedding.
Yeah,
you had
it was
2 of us.
COVID. What do you want from me?
We could have been there.
I had a very.
I didn't know
reasonable-
you at the time, so
Yeah.
you get a pass.
Like,
I-
what was it? Two. It was 2 of the friends at the wedding,
Right.
and
then
2
everyone
of
else was
it-
on Zoom.
I think it was like 2 of
No,
us.
you know
on
what?
Zoom.
Straight up, I think I
No.
joined the
There was
group
a
like
bunch of
literally a
people.
week after you
Austin
got
was
married.
there.
Austin
Fior
was
was
there.
there.
Fior was there.
Were they?
Yeah.
Eamon was
Eamon
on
was
the
there.
Zoom.
Was he?
I think
Justin,
Justin
I
was.
think, was on the Zoom.
I don't
Yeah.
remember them being there.
You were on the
You,
Zoom.
yeah, of
Oh,
course.
alright.
Austin
And
dressed
then
up all nice too.
my friends from
I was just out on my
from
porch in a
college were on the
t-shirt.
Zoom, and then Mark's best friend from Florida was there, and I think his brother was on the Zoom because he wasn't able to come.
And then you cursed in the church.
Look,
in
I-
front of the
in the church.
priest.
You
did-
rule.
You
That
did,
rules.
You didn't
Fuck
know
yeah,
the most
Sage.
basic prayers. You were the only person in the room that didn't know the Lord's
Yeah, you
Prayer.
were just there, fucking
Yeah,
not
so-
even mouthing it.
He was like,
So-
"Let us pray, Our Father," and me and Kirsten just go in there, start doing the Our
was
Father.
incredible.
Sage doesn't know what she's doing. Kirsten starts snickering. She goes to me. She's like, "She doesn't know the prayer." I'm like,
Mark was,
That
Mark
rocks.
was trying so hard not to laugh because he knew I didn't know. Also, I didn't know we were gonna be saying prayers. I got totally blindsided.
"It's at a church."
You're
Yeah.
you're getting
With a
married in a
priest.
church. There's gotta be prayers.
Did you
Sage.
guys see the thing about how a bunch of baptisms were just
Yeah.
made moot?
Yeah.
Why?
Okay, so there in the Catholic Church, when you're being baptized, you have to say "I baptize you" because that is invoking God.
Okay.
Sure.
Apparently, a fuck ton of priests were saying "We baptize you,"
Who's we?
Like
the priest
congregation.
and God.
Oh.
So that means that they are now. It started with one priest that came out, and then the Vatican was like, well, none of those baptisms are valid. Now they've been like undone, and so then a bunch of priests came out and were like, I've
Yeah,
been saying
hello?
we, and then an actual priest who's been a priest for like decades went and looked at his video and realized he got we as the thing, which means he wasn't baptized, which means he can't be a priest, which means everything he has ever done has been invalidated, which means there are like so many
this is
people.
Just like a huge chain reaction.
Yeah,
cluster.
yeah.
Can the Vatican just be like, JK, we take it back?
No, at that point, I'd just be like, "Fuck it, dude. Like the damage is done. Just say I from now on. Like you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
so I was like, dude, I wonder if I could go and find mine, see if I was
yeah, I want
never
to see.
even
Yeah, I want to see
Wait,
mine too. Yeah,
but, like,
So-
I'm kind of
this
curious
poor
about that
man,
now.
Like his life, they just ruined his damn life.
Straight up.
Also,
Straight
we got
up.
like kind
And
of off topic.
they ruined a bunch of people's lives that probably really did care.
We're
But
gonna get
it's
even
so
more
funny.
off topic because this reminds me of the story of my cousin who is Jewish, who found out this Thanksgiving that he was baptized.
Really?
Yeah. Because we were talking about my late grandmother, and my aunt was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, Jake. You were baptized," and he was just, "Wait, what?
Wait, are you not allowed
Is
to be
he religious?
baptized if you're Jewish?
You don't get baptized if you're Jewish
Well, I
because
know
they
you
chose
don't.
to. Yeah, they chose to raise the boys Jewish. But my grandmother was a very hardcore Catholic.
As
Oh,
most
so
Italian
she did
grandmas
it, like,
are.
As
on
most
the
Italian grandmas
fly?
are. So she, while she was watching him one day, took the holy
Jesus.
water
That's
and
kinda fucked
baptized
up.
him
Oh
herself.
my god.
Well, wait, can she do that?
Technically, yes.
How?
There's a way to baptize
ordained?
unless you're. I don't fucking. Apparently, there's a way to do it. She did
Oh.
the baptism ritual herself. She was like, "I think God will understand," and my aunt was like, "I think God will understand that he's a good person, even if he doesn't have the fucking baptism."
Ah, good
my
Oh
Lord.
my fucking god.
Jewish people still go to heaven, Grandma.
It came up in conversation, like, not recently, but
We're all going to the same place, dude.
where my mom was like, would you, or like, you know, you guys are going to get like baptized as kids. I was like, I don't even say the prayer for food anymore. You think I'm getting, like, what do you mean? And I was like, what do you mean? What do I mean?
Oh, I
Like-
am absolutely on a do not. I'm absolutely on like a don't ask, don't tell situation on the relationship, or
When-
the religion situation with my parents.
Oh, I
Like,
told you my current situation is every time I drink with my mother, she's like, "So what? So what do you believe? Do you believe in God?"
Oh,
And every time I have to
Christ.
be like, "Not really, no."
I told
closest
your mother,
is like agnostic, I guess.
yeah.
Colin,
maybe.
I told your mom like the other day, right before you guys moved. The other day we were talking about this, right? And I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, my mom got mad at me that I don't believe in a higher power. And your mom was like, you don't. And I was like,
Yo, I want your mom to meet Kieran, who's an actual Satanist.
Oh, that's fine. That'll be fun.
That'll
She's
go
not
well.
like crazy about anything. It's really funny because I mentioned her. I was like, yeah, because you're you know the group finds you to be
Just
quite
walk up, be
religious,
like, "Yo, hail
and
Satan."
she's like, I'm not like super religious. I'm like, Mom, you did notice the several pieces of religious imagery in our house, like the statue of Jesus, the statue of Mary.
Your mom
the
has, like,
several crosses.
she has Christian stuff all over the house. It's like
Yeah.
in every room.
There's little tiny Jesus statues like everywhere.
There
Well,
were-
that's like the Italian thing, though.
Yeah.
That's like,
There were a bunch of like religious
Because
stuff
my
in this
house, too,
that I
has that.
threw out.
It really is just like
Can
something
I-
that has been in the homes of our Italian families.
yeah,
Right.
because my house is exactly like that
But
too.
she did not realize this is not a common thing.
Literally, there was like my dad when we were like cleaning out this house before I moved in. There was like a bunch of religious shit. My dad was like, I don't want to like throw it out. That feels like it'd be like a sin. And I was like, oh, all right, you don't have to. And I remember grabbing a cross and tossing it into the fucking
My
garbage.
mom did that when we were moving because we had like 10 fucking Bibles past the Bibles that we wanted to keep, which was another 10
I don't
fucking
think we have a
Bibles.
Bible in my house.
We have like 10. We had like 10 extra Bibles, and
so
my
many
mom's like,
Bibles.
"This is because
It's
so
the
many
same
people."
fucking book.
Yeah, I know, but
She
we had
goes to
fucking,
hotels
It
and
didn't
nabs them.
change. It didn't
no,
change.
family
Like,
just keeps giving
Were
you
they- I was
Bibles.
gonna say, were they
Apparently,
at least
They don't
different?
fucking update
and
it.
she's like, "Oh,
did-
this is from my uncle
Bro,
Guido."
did you see the new
I
patch
can't
notes
get
on
rid
the
of this.
Bible the other day, bro?
I don't
Fucking
want
insane.
it.
Guido.
Well, I was gonna say,
Colin, throw this away from me. I'm like, so I go to hell, huh?
oh, I was gonna say, like, were they at least different versions, like the King
No.
James and like the fucking?
No, they're all the same goddamn
Wait, can
Bible.
Bro, did you see the patch notes on the Bible, bro? It's fucking crazy. Did you see they updated the patch of V5.0, bro? It's crazy.
They finally
No.
took out the slavery
Fixed
notes.
the grammatical error on like Genesis 4. I
You're
don't
allowed
fucking
to
know.
wear more than one kind of fabric at a time now. That was
Yeah,
was
they,
big.
they finally took out the slavery notes. They
Yeah,
were like,
we added a
we should get rid of
colorblind.
these.
We added a colorblind mode to Joseph's Technicolor code or fucking whatever.
Wait, can I tell you guys?
They added a happier ending where Jesus doesn't die.
One of my friends from college has a very religious family, and
Rip them.
they had these soap dispensers in their house, and
Oh,
I'm
no.
gonna just read to you what they say.
Okay,
Wash away your sins. Hand soap kills sins on contact.
cool.
And then they had another one that says, wash your hands and say your prayers because Jesus and germs are everywhere.
Hello?
So I'm pretty sure I've said this on the podcast before, but like God's a cuck, right? He
Hello?
he
Wait,
wa-
why is God a cuck?
because if he's always watching, that means he's watching a lot of people bang at all times.
No,
Yeah, but
you're
he's
only
their
a cuck-
father.
You're only a cuck if you fuck someone's wife.
No, if someone
That
fucks
person-
your wife,
Someone's
if someone
no,
fucks
if someone
your
fucks
wife,
your wife,
no, he
so
fucks
you would
someone
have
else's
to fuck
wife.
God's wife for him
He
to
God
be a
have
fucked
a
cuck.
wife?
Joseph's
then,
wife.
so
He
then
fucked
is,
Joseph's
is,
wife.
is he
So Joseph's a cuck.
Joseph's a cuck.
Joseph's the cuck.
Yeah.
okay? So then, what is God? Just a pervert?
Yeah, he's just hanging out.
No, he's just a guy.
Yeah, he's just vibing.
He's like that guy in the Matrix
We're
with all
going
the
to hell.
TV screens.
Oh, absolutely.
We're
Yeah,
going
absolutely.
to hell.
I was going
So
to hell
much
so
sacrilege.
long beforehand. Like I've always said, I was like, dude, all right. So if Catholicism's right, imagine if you will. So like if Catholicism's right, I'm going to hell for so many other reasons, right? Like that it doesn't matter at this point. Like all that should matter if there's an afterlife is like, yo, were you a good person? Because if that's not all that matters, I've been fucked since being alive. Like, dude, like sloth is just like if you don't do anything for a few hours. Like, you know how much time I've just spent.
few?
Yeah, there's a lot of like. I feel like the fucking. I feel
Wait,
like
I
the
thought-
commandments
I thought
and like the
sloth
7
was
deadly
like
sins.
if you do nothing for like a month.
I don't know.
I
I
don't
feel like the commandments
you
and the
know
7
what?
deadly
Most
sins.
of the world during fucking quarantine is good. You think there's an exception for quarantine? Like,
There was an exception for
Yeah,
quarantine.
Is there?
didn't during like the beginning of COVID, the Pope was like, "We denounce all your sins because of COVID" or something like that.
I don't think
I
that's how
don't
that
think
works.
that was
Hello?
how that works. No, he just told people they didn't have
feel
to
like there's a lot of fucking
explicitly
loopholes,
go
you know?
to a church
Oh,
to get
to confess.
their worshiping in.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I think confession you still have to be talking.
yeah,
to
but
a
like
priest.
if you actually
It's a-
like
it's a whole
read
process.
the Bible, that is been changed so many goddamn times. Like it doesn't even really
It-
matter at this
yeah.
point.
Wait, why
But,
did
like,
they change it?
No, because like
every-
the different iterations of people like there's translating. it.
there's like 50 different iterations that are still like read and like worshipped today. But there's also the fact that through the hundreds and thousands of years, like different
like kings would just change parts of the Bible.
That's why like the most
to,
common
like,
one is
suit
the
them?
most common
Yeah.
one today is the King James Bible.
Yep.
Yeah.
History's written by the victor.
Yeah, and also it was all orally spoken, so then it was people like scribing it, which means they could also interpret it differently than people were saying. Like,
It's like Beowulf.
yeah, like if
There's
you
also
ever-
several things that are translated in a certain way that could have been translated in a separate way. Like there's a very big thing on.
Is this why there's so many different like types of Christianity?
yeah,
Yes,
it's
that's
all
part
different
of it.
rules.
Well,
and
that's
stuff.
just that was just a bunch of dudes like getting together and being like, we don't really care for Christianity, so we're gonna make our own version of it. So there's like John Calvin, who was like, he made Calvinism, and he was like, Christianity's too soft. So what we're gonna do
We're
is
gonna
we're
make
gonna
it more
we're
hard?
gonna become fucking militaristic, and like straight up like we're gonna become like militaristic and like fucking angry all the time and like Puritans and shit like that. And then Lutheranism came along, and
Yeah,
when Martin Luther was like
the
he's
Pope.
like, this is bullshit.
The
So
Pope
then
is
he wrote
saying
his
that you
90
can
or-
buy your way into heaven. He said you can kill a man right there, but if you give me $1 million to the church, you go to heaven. No
Yeah.
questions asked.
Right.
And then he
And
made
Martin Luther was
Lutheranism,
like,
which is like the
"Fuck you,
hippy dippy
that's
stoners of
wrong."
Okay.
Christianity.
Yeah. So, but the point is, like, it's just there's so many things that are just like absurd, and it's so like it's all stupid. Is the point
Wait,
here?
can I
Are you
ask-
saying you want to write down a list of formal grievances?
I
And
could
staple them to a
you
church
could nail
door.
it to a
Wait.
church door.
yeah, I could. You know, I think I'm gonna follow the floating spaghetti monster.
Look, I think religion is a wonderful thing. I think
I
it
think it's
If
provides
it
very
helps,
a lot
if
of.
it helps you,
I think
great.
I think religion is a wonderful thing. I think it can help people find what they want in life. I think there's a nice community there.
Right.
But you can't just ignore all the bad shit it's done throughout history too.
Yeah.
Wait,
You know what I mean?
and you can't use it to justify.
And you
bad
can't
shit.
use it to justify bad shit either.
Can I? So why do people not like evangelical Christians?
Oh, because they weaponize Christianity.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Wait,
Like
that's
Christianity is
that's
all
like
about like being a
televangelist,
good
right?
dude. You know what I mean? Like Christianity is all about like being a good dude and like, you know, helping out your neighbor and just like being accepting of everyone. That's like
Right.
what Jesus preached.
Right.
Jesus was a rock solid dude. He was a great guy.
The teachings of
Because
Jesus
he was
are
like,
fantastic.
he was like,
that's-
I'm just gonna. He's like,
the
I'm
stuff
just
I
gonna
like.
go throughout the world. I'm just gonna help people, and you should pay it forward and do it the same. But people like twist that to where they're like, these are the evangelical Christians, where
Right.
they twist it and they're like, if you don't get into heaven, well, I mean, if you don't, you know, follow our beliefs of this very specific sect of what Jesus taught, then boy howdy, you're gonna rot in hell for all
Yeah,
of
like
eternity.
They also-
like Roman Catholics are also very fire and brimstone, where a
Yeah.
lot of other versions of Christianity aren't.
We're less
Yeah.
though than the evangelicals. Evangelicals will spend a lot of time preaching about the final chapter of the Bible, which is the book
Yeah.
of Revelations, which is the end of the world is coming. If you're a good person, you get raptured. You go to heaven immediately. If you're a bad person, you have to stay down here and witness the battle for the world with the Antichrist and Jesus.
You ever watch this?
Which
Is the End?
first of all, that sounds fucking awesome.
I'd help Jesus out. Jesus needs a
that
hand,
sounds
guys.
dope as fuck.
No,
Yeah,
but-
like
but,
get
like,
Doom guy involved.
The point is like the way I've always looked at it is like the Bible and like the Quran and a bunch of other stuff. It's all a guideline to not be a shitty person.
Right.
Yeah.
Like somebody at some point wrote this down as like we need people like the reason why like what most people assume for Judaism, like why they don't eat pig, right? Is pork because like it was not healthy for you back then. If you ate it, you probably would get sick and die. So they were like,
here's sepsis.
yeah. So like they wrote rules like it's a dirty thing, like you shouldn't eat
Right.
it, and then so people would stop fucking eating it and die. Like
Yeah, and there's also like different religious reasons for it too. I mean, like the Hindi worship the cow
Right.
because they think it's a sacred animal and stuff
Right,
like that.
so they
like
don't
they
eat
don't
beef.
eat beef and
right.
stuff.
So like I mean, a bunch of different religions obviously have the different rules, but I've always thought about it as like, for the most part, I in my way I look at it is that people got together and wrote things to make people not be assholes and do dumb shit.
Right.
And then, you know,
Yeah, and
over
then
the thousands of years, people take that
people
and then
fucking twisted it.
twist it. But
Yeah.
like I like base humanity when people were making this shit. I think it was just a guideline to not fucking die and to not be a dick.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like it was just a base set of rules, and then people ran with it.
Gotcha.
yeah.
And people are like, oh, you can make money off of this.
And then
Yeah.
and then people like devalue the historical
Fucking love that
contributions
video.
to it too because like I said before, history is written by the victor. Like
right. Of course.
so when
Revisionist
you
history is like-
when you revise the fucking Bible, it's like okay, there's definitely like some personal things that people are putting
Literally
there, you know
in the
what I mean?
Bible, there were points where you could there was breakdowns of how to like religiously and ethically buy and sell slaves, and like how that you could stone your wife if she didn't like.
Wasn't one of the kings of England, like, didn't he like change the Bible so that he could get
King
divorced?
James Bible.
Yeah.
That's
That
King
the-
Henry.
Oh,
he
King
made his
Henry.
own. That's Henry VIII. He made his own religion.
Oh,
He made his own church. He made the Anglican Church,
so he
where
hates-
that allowed divorce.
Because his
Because-
wife's
yeah.
was family with the Pope, and he wanted to divorce her and marry his mistress, and he was like, no.
Yeah.
That's my cousin.
There was that,
and,
and then,
I'm keeping his power.
There's
there was that, and also because he wanted a boy, and
Right,
everybody,
that's
and
that
every,
one.
and every woman
Every-
he married kept giving him daughters.
yeah,
which is
Joe-
funny because it's all on the dude, but they didn't know that back then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those idiots.
Yeah, so what we always end up on a rant of religion somehow,
Yeah, I was like,
especially when it's
I
the
was like,
four of us.
I was like,
Wait,
I was
good
straight up
good
like,
way for us to close out.
I was
yeah.
like, what's everybody want their wedding to be?
Oh,
like?
I can do mine really
Definitely
quickly.
not in a
Yeah,
church.
go ahead.
I want to go to a court, sign a piece of paper, and be done with it.
Really?
Yeah.
I want
You
like
can
I
get
want
a-
like a nice like.
I'm never
barn
gonna get
wedding.
away with that. I'll do a quick small one.
I want like a nice. I want like max like 50 people, and I want it in like a barn with no, hear me out. But it's like a nice furnished barn with like lights all around, like the cool like lights and shit,
Right.
and just like really small, like get like a live band that just plays like a bunch of hits and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not a very religious person, so like probably not like I'd probably get like my buddy who's like a minister.
I was gonna say if I get ordained online, would you let me
I'm
do it?
already ordained,
Kirsten's
so like I
ordained.
could marry
She
myself
can marry you
TBQH.
guys.
Oh,
Can you
dude,
marry-
Kirsten?
Can you marry yourself if you're ordained?
No, probably not.
That's what I thought. I was
Get
like,
Kirsten to do it.
I already promised my buddy Mike to do
I was
he
like,
would
dude,
do
you
it.
know Kirsten would
But I
write
want my
some
buddy
funny
Mike to
shit.
marry me and whatever lucky girl I end up with, and like, yeah,
Or
I just
lucky
want like a
man.
really
Oh
small.
my god.
He
Sorry.
didn't hear
What?
I just thought of what Colin
I said,
somebody
"Or lucky
was like,
man,"
I
and
wouldn't,
winked at him.
I wouldn't be allowed to like what Colin said, like go to the courthouse and just sign a paper. I'm just
Yeah.
picturing Colin's mom losing her shit.
That
Oh,
would
yeah,
be
I
Not
feel
even
the
like,
best
My mom
not
would
even
lose her
like
shit too,
the
yeah.
future Mrs. Collins. Colin's mom would
No.
be so
Yeah.
upset.
Oh yeah. No, because like
Mrs. Collins'
because, like,
wife's mom.
the best part would not be that I don't have to attend an event like that because I just don't really like going to events like that. They're tedious to me. The best part would be my mother's reaction when she realizes I didn't invite any family.
Oh,
I didn't
dude.
do anything special. I just signed a piece of paper and it's done.
You should have seen my mom when I told her that I didn't want kids. Oh fucking
that
boy,
that,
dude.
that conversation is still don't ask, don't tell.
Oh
sort of
yeah,
thing.
yeah, dude. Oh my god, it was bad. We had our
I've hinted
financial
at it,
advisor
yeah.
over. Love that guy, right?
Yeah.
We had our financial advisor over, and he was like, "Yeah, so you when you're doing your life insurance policy, you have to put some beneficiaries on there. So God forbid if you die,
Right.
then all your money and all your possessions are gonna go to your beneficiary." So they're like, so he's like, "Oh, you might want to put like I don't know your parents or like your sister or like your wife or if you have kids at some point." And I was like. It's like I don't think I'm having kids, and my mom just like straight up, she's like, what? And I'm like, this is not a conversation we're having right now. My dad was like, oh, okay, sure. My dad doesn't fucking care.
Right.
So he's like, Lynn, leave him alone. Like, Lynn, leave him
I was
alone.
like, that's like, luckily I've always wanted kids, so like that's never a thing I've had to
Yeah.
think
and
about.
you want like 6.
Yeah, I want a lot of kids.
Awful.
Do you really?
Disgusting.
That's cute.
I've always thought about that because my dad was one of 7, and so
Oh, wow.
like they're all very
But
independent
you're one
people,
of 2.
right? But I was
My dad's one of
I was about
5.
to explain
I don't
why.
want it.
Because
My dad's one of 3.
Because growing up, I also had a fuck ton of cousins, and like they were like I had friends immediately, and it was great. Like we all got to like I don't know. I loved it, and I really like think I would want that for my family. So,
My dad's
yeah.
was one of 1, and he was okay.
Also, like the more kids you have, one of them's at least got to not be an idiot. So
Hey, look, number 2.
yeah. So like I also just like I don't know. I think it helps promote like independence for the kids. I think it helps like
To have a bunch?
yeah.
Now, do you want like kids that are all similar in age, or do you want to like have one and then wait a little bit and then wait a little
No,
bit?
I
and then
think
wait a
I
little bit?
think
He wants to have like sextuplets
Yeah.
right off the bat.
Yeah.
no. I think
All at
I think
once.
like I mean obviously it's
Dude,
not
your
up to me.
wife
I'm
would
not the
be
one
like,
fucking having.
Oh, like,
I'm not the one having the kids, obviously. So it's not like up to me really.
Well,
But
I'm saying like when you and your wife plan
ideally,
this.
I
Like,
think I think it'd just be better to do it like closer in age, because then you just kind of get it done with. Like in terms
well,
of
and
like,
also they'll have like a friend to grow up
yeah,
with.
because like
too,
I've
you know
also
what I mean?
talked about this idea with like other like with like multiple of like my friends that are all women. They're like, honestly, if that was like if I was in that scenario, I'd rather just kind of be able to do it in a chunk of life and then not have to worry about it again.
The thought of manufacturing this child and then
Building it in the
expelling it
fucking
from
factory.
my body just seems so horrible and traumatizing and awful that I'm like,
No.
yeah, I'm all right.
yeah, I'm good.
Like I said, I like obviously it's not the conversation would lead on like the woman and like what they would think, but like ideally my like the thing would just be probably closer in age, but like either way, whatever.
I feel like it does
no.
make it easier when they closer.
it does or doesn't.
I think does.
Yeah, because also you can just use the same stuff like the stuff for all the kids, and like they also are just like, because like me and my sister are 5 years apart, and I have like nothing in common with my sister. Like
Yeah,
we
like,
fought all the time.
Me
like,
and my oldest brother are also 5 years apart. We literally have not talked
Right,
to
so,
each
like,
other in 15 years.
I just like the one downside is like if you had one that's like older, then like you have a built-in babysitter. But like if they're all close in age, then they're like you don't really get that. But like, you know, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, but the built-in babysitter thing gets precarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, as
Yeah.
long as whoever the first kid is, they just got to be able to beat up whoever messes with the other kids.
All right, what if the first kid's like,
What if the first kid's a piece of shit?
yeah, seriously. What if the first
What if
kid
they're
is
the
the
one
one that
doing the
needs to
beating
get
up?
beat up?
Like,
What if the first kid is actually an antagonistic asshole?
What
Not
if-
speaking
what
from
if you
experience
have
here
the
or
first kid-
anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say the
First
first
kid-
kid's gonna be like me, but if he's
Oh.
like me,
Oh,
then
Then
he's
you're gonna
decided.
stop having
He's
kids after that. You're
decided.
gonna be like, this is too much.
No, if the first kid's like me, then that means I don't have to worry about shit because I'm an asshole, and that kid can just deal with whatever the fuck his life throws at him.
On that,
Anyway, with that uplifting note, hey, welcome back to the in-person podcast.
Woo!
Next week we are doing our anime club for Ghost in the Shell 1 and 2. Find that however you
We'll
deem
put it
fit.
up on screen where you can find it.
If there
If
is-
we
figure
can.
it out.
if there
We
if,
can.
if there's nothing free, it won't be on screen, and you can just figure out your own way to do it. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you're watching us on YouTube. Follow, rate, and review for any streaming areas. And I believe that is follow. Go subscribe to Super Milkshake on YouTube, and follow Kat on Twitch at Kat the Moonstar. It's been a little while since I've done this. And I think that's everything. So we will see you guys next week with hopefully an actual setup. If maybe missing some shelves, but like mostly
Slightly
setup.
We'll
more
see.
of a setup.
it's a
We're
fun
working on it.
surprise for our
Something.
viewers.
Yeah.
We'll probably at least have a table.
Yeah, that would be good.
maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I've got a
Maybe.
weekend to do it. I have off Monday, so I've got
Woo!
3
Hey,
days.
me too. Hell yeah.
So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and see you next week.
Bye.
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 Yay.